In the night, so cold rocket dreams, resilience in the fold. Hedge pressurizing, the charts are bold. Daily bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rockets through your AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with your AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, checking the charts. Midnight glory. Sanctuary in awe, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
About to fall out of my chair here. What's up, guys? Good morning. Welcome to the Champion Circle. I figured today would be like one of those days where this is what happens, right? I love sitting back and watching how everybody responds when you're winning and they're not. It gets real fun. I have a good time. I have a good time reading it, but you always get, and it's the weirdest thing. Like, I'm gonna teach you guys a quick little secret. So when it comes to beating a trading contest, right? It's not just about being good at trading, right? And you know, it's like, you know, there's a race, and you know, somebody won the race because they had, you know, better shoes or something. You can't, oh, well, it was cheating or it wasn't fair because they had better shoes. Well, the opportunity is there for everybody. If you don't choose to invest the money into the thing that's going to also give you an advantage, then nothing's unfair when the level playing field is there. Here's kind of the neatest thing, right? Winning a trading competition requires two things. Number one, skill at trading. That I have. Number two, beating the other people in the contest with the rules that are given. Playing the game that's given in front of you. And people say, well, no, it's like it's who can full port the best. Okay, there's a whole skill set with that. You can't just randomly choose long or short. You wait for your perfect setup, then you full port, then you win. The perfect setup is the skill set. Waiting is a skill set. The fact that I out YOLO the other YOLOers is a skill set. Doesn't matter what the contest rules is, I'm gonna fucking win it. And some fucking AMC pump and dump clowns like you've never done this well before, and I had to actually go in there and show some of my accolades when I was top 5 in the Robbins Cup and first place in ETF last year. That's just the last year. I've won dozens of contests and tournaments. But the thing is, it's easy for people to judge from afar when they didn't enter because they can't do both. Either they can't trade or they don't have the mastery to understand the rules. But I win contests left and right. This ain't just the first one-trick pony of myself. I'll show you guys something pretty quick. I like to have fun whenever I trade. I like to compete for real, but I find the rules. I find out what the rules are, and I go in there and I win them, right? It's not just being good at trading. I like seeing my name at first place. I don't like seeing it second or third. I like seeing it at the top. You know, when I leaderboard Robbins Cup, whenever I was doing that, it's not just being good at trading. I'm going to tell you the secret to always being on leaderboards. It's finding out the rules and playing the rules that are in front of you. If the first somebody gives you the rules, you identify a trading strategy. My trading strategy was super simple. I'm going to make sure my very first trade puts me in first place. I literally told you guys that. Y'all remember? Y'all were here when I said that. Everyone else can come up with the same genius way to do it. But the people that can't come up with a genius way to do it, or don't want you to see that they're bad at trading, who just would never enter. There's a lot of like influencers that didn't enter that are like, oh, the rules are just weird. I could have gamed the system. Yeah, it's the easiest $10,000 fucking dollars I ever earned. It cost me $39. And I'm going to give that money away to you guys, by the way, whenever I win it. So whatever, if I get the $10,000, I'm going to buy $10,000 worth of prop accounts and give it away on this stream. That's it. That's the prize. It's the easiest 10 grand I ever made. But again, if you're too dumb to realize that could have been the easiest 10 grand you've ever made, and sit back from afar and judge a contest, something that can think of how to do it. The trick is yeah, of course, there's no Sherlock Holmes out there. Oh, well, this is just a YOLO contest. I'm like, oh, congrats, Sherlock. She figured it out. Like, you're so smart. Oh, no, you're the only one that realized that. And I fucking realized that the minute I saw the rules, and I said, well, I know how to beat it. Easy as that. My first trade got me 28,000. That didn't get me far enough. Reset, start over. My next trade got me 80,000. Now I'm in first. There's a strategy there. And that's the strategy. You hand me a contest, you hand me rules, I'm going to figure out a badass strategy on how to get there. I figured out all these strategies on how to bend the rules, not break the rules, but bend the rules, win with what's given. And that in itself is how you beat Wall Street. You can't play their game, you play your own. But yeah. A lot of influencers. It's so crazy. And Pat was calling most of them out like, enter, you need to enter the tournament, And they're just sitting back, well, I don't want to enter because the rules are stupid. Well, I was like, oh shit, the rules are stupid. I'm going to make 10K and get famous by doing it. That's the easiest fucking rocket I ever bought for 39 bucks or 59 because it reset. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the weirdest part is that there's no like, there are people out there trying to take away the people that are having fun with this. It's really just a fun contest for a lot of people. But the strategy is not who can trade well over time. It's a 5-day YOLO contest, and that's really the strat. I have the best strat, which I usually always have the best strat. Give me a different rule set, I'll have the best strat there. Throw another contest at me, I'll be top 5 there too. That's why y'all stay here and learn. I teach y'all the strat that I'm doing, and there's no hiding that. I'm up 23K already in the bag. Yeah, my genius strat yesterday. You guys remember my strategy yesterday? What was it? I'm not going to trade so that the person behind me, the risk is on them. It's a very tight drawdown. You see, if you know that the contest allows 10 contracts with a 5K end of the day drawdown, you know it's a YOLO con. If you can't see that math, the only option you get is to hit it with 10K and make a fortune, or hit it with 10K and lose and then reset, and then lose and reset and then make a fortune, whatever. Everyone started doing that once they figured out that's the way to do it. And then once you reset your 0 to a new high, then you trade small. Everyone else, unless they get first place on their first day, you can't scale 50K to 70K with 5K drawdown in 3 days. That's how I know I'm going to win this, and I'll have to do anything from now. See, the genius comes from that. Seeing the rules and knowing what's it. There's no, well, he just YOLO'd. Everybody did. And the goal is to out YOLO the YOLOer with a strategy that works. Why did I win the Robbins Cup? I dropped out of the Robbins Cup. I entered the Robbins Cup to smash 2 influencer faces. One of them was this fucking weird stalker guy. Another one was ICT. They were both there, and I went there to show I was better than both of them. And ICT is not a bad guy. I thought he's a cool guy. I just wanted to show I was better than them. And when I found out neither one of them were in the contest anymore, and the other guy lied and never entered, I didn't care to enter. Trades and Matt and I were the only 2 influencer guys, quote unquote, I hate that word, that were actually in the Robbins. That year, everybody was saying they were going to enter it. I was in 5th place, and I dropped out. I literally just like, Matt quit. He put out a video and says, I'm dropping out of the Robbins. A day later, I dropped out too. Y'all remember that year? So Trace and Matt made a huge video saying, I'm dropping out of the Robbins. This competition's stupid. Nobody entered and the commissions are crazy and wasting my time. And babysitting a 10K account for a year is a waste of time unless it's to smash people's faces in. And I didn't blow up. I quit at 5th place. And everybody here on the stream, when I said I'm quitting the Robbins, I showed them I was still in the 5th. When I did. So I didn't lose at all. I just dropped out. I think somebody passed me up on the leaderboard and I stopped trying. I probably still got top 10. I never even checked up on it. So the point was, I got in just to beat other people. And the way I'm going to put 10K in an account and babysit it all year, it's not worth my time. So for me, I wanted to go in and beat other people. But the point I'm saying is that when you guys are learning about trading competitions, there's a smartness that comes with it. It's just like the smartness of beating prop firms. When you beat a prop firm, you're not just straight trading. You're not just going out there and just trading like a normal trader. You have rules, and the rules are designed to scam you, and then your job is to outrule the rules. And that's kind of what the point is. And that's why I try to train you guys on. You got to see something other people don't see. And the idea is once everybody sees it, everybody's going to be doing it. The bad assumption is to assume that you're going to have some righteous victory where nobody's going to try to bend the rules. Your job as a competitor is to find out how everybody's going to play the game and then play the game everybody else is playing and then beat them at that. Am I up overnight? Fuck yeah, I'm up overnight. I'm up over 10 G's again overnight. What did I do? I longed out the door. Guys in boot camp, did I say I was longing out the door? I certainly did. And I longed out the door hard. Got my quick amount of points, closed it out, went to a party, got shit-faced drunk, and came home. Ate caviar and lobster and all kind of fun shit. A little billionaire party. I logged right out the door. Easy peasy. I grabbed my 10 points, got it, went out. Right here, on that pop, I closed out, and I went to the party. That's it. It was like 90 points, GG's. Fuck yeah, guys. Y'all did it. So in boot camp, I tell you guys all the time what I'm going to do. Wait, do I have these backwards? I usually put NASDAQ on the left, don't I? But yeah, like I said, there's no, like every tournament, there's going to be someone that says, I didn't like the rules. But every tournament I manage to go on the leaderboard with whatever the rules are. Why? Because I figure out how to win the tournament. There's a strategy beyond the trading strategy. With ETF, the strategy was different, right? And it was like I knew at the last possible day, people were so close they were going to YOLO the last day. So I had to YOLO the last day. Sort of thing. And this contest is going to be the same thing. Nobody's going to pass me up today. Nobody's going to pass me up tomorrow. The only person that's going to pass me up is probably Friday when everybody resets and YOLOs for 100K win. So what I'm betting on is hopefully the market just doesn't move anywhere. As long as the market doesn't move anywhere, I'm safe. If the market somehow moves 300 NASDAQ points down or up, then somebody's going to YOLO and pass me up. I could sit here and do no trades until Friday and win. See, this is how 20 steps ahead of these contests I am. The goal is to beat the contest. Now, also, I did short on resilience less than 0, which is a gap fill prediction. Took a hedge pressure break and shorted down, or took the open break to trade all the way down to hedge pressure, which is a textbook rock skewer setup. Not the short part of it, but it is a trade you can take. That's it. See, having a trading strategy, that's smart, but beating the rules, that's clever. Smart traders can make it to top 20. Clever traders get first place. There's a difference. Just like for the bootcamp, it's every 2 months. How do I play a contest that only allows up to 3 micros? If that's it, you just scale with the 3 micros. Just trade like normal. See, one that allows a large contract size and a small drawdown literally says YOLO. You guys all understand that, right? Did I take any overnights? You can see it on the screen right here. Took some big fatty longs overnight. I also, oh shit, my bad. That's the dollar open P&L. Let me retake the screenshot. I made $600 in the Pat Whelan account. My bad. Hold on. That says open. Let me line up the right column there for the picture here. Sorry about that, y'all. I made $700 in the tournament account last night. I was like, that wasn't 0. So traded that one small. Now I'm sustaining my lead. The other ones I traded big. I had 10 S&P minis on my big Fund and Next accounts. All of them. I hit those literally 10 S&P minis. I full ported those to the long side right at the open. How to detach the DOM? In the trade, only in the desktop version of Trade of 8. You can't do it in the web version. Longs up hedge pressure? No, longs up the open. If you're in my boot camp, I tell you my overnight trade plan, and everybody in boot camp, what I tell everybody I was going to do yesterday. Y'all remember? Like I said, the clever part about what I do is beating the game. It's not about just trading well. You guys all know I trade well. It's about beating the game. When I tell everybody I was going to long up the open, I go, oh, fuck yeah. That's what I said. I go, fuck yeah. Right at the end of the boot camp, right? We're like here. And I go, oh, 6802, I'm longing at 6802, literally longing at the open. And I longed at the open with 10 contracts S&P, and I closed out there. That's that right there. And these two. These guys I hit with like 5, I think. And these guys I hit with 2 NASDAQ, I think. And then these I hit with like 1 S&P mini. So I split up my risk. 10, 5, 2 NASDAQ, and 1 mini on S&P. That's why they're different values. I don't ever, whenever I go in hard, I don't go in hard in all the accounts. I go in hard in some and smaller in others. I scale my risk that way. Very confident on the trade, but that's what I did. And that's just dynamic hedge pressure. That's one of our favorite overnight. That is my overnight setup. You know, my only overnight setup that I use. 6802, baby. Clean as a whistle. Y'all come to my boot camp. I talk about my overnight setups, and I literally spelled it out to everybody. I'm longing at the open. When I do this calc on stream, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And this one is, what is it? 797 down here. There. So dynamic monthly is there. Right, you hit that like button, guys. Do me a favor really quick. By the way, ETF Beat the Beast starts today. Let me give you guys a quick announcement of that. ETF does this Beat the Beast thing every couple of weeks. Pretty kick-ass contest that they do. Basically, what it is if you buy an account, a lot of people, that's when they decide to check it out, ETF. is that, hold on, is basically what happens is if you buy an account, this time it's any non-fast track. So a non-fast track would be like any account that they have. You buy any account, these guys. And what happens is all you need to do is make $1,000 in realized profit. And you don't have to get to your profit target, you just get $1,000 to your profit. Sometimes they automatically pass you as a prize, which is fantastic. Sometimes they give a drawing for some kind of prize or whatever. This time is if you make $1,000 realized between today and 3, 10% of you will be entered into a contest to get 1 month funded activation for free. So 10%, 1 out of 10 people will be able to enter the contest and then get passed once they make $1,000. You don't even have to get to the final target. Most people get their go funded with these guys through this contest. You can buy up to 5, by the way. So you can up your chances significantly. So beat the beast, kick-ass thing. Pretty cool. At $1,000. I got My Funded Futures to agree to give us 100 extra accounts a month to give away, by the way. If you guys are just curious what we've been doing as we've been growing, I give away about 1,000 prop accounts every month. Now My Funded Futures give us 100 more. So do massive 10 My Funded Futures account giveaway today. That's right. That's right. That's what I told my partners. I was like, can I have some more accounts? But you guys understand, right? When it comes to a contest, you have a bunch of Sherlocks too afraid to enter the contest. They're like, well, I just figured out the rules were gimmicky and they're stupid. But I'm like, but I figured out the rules are gimmicky and stupid, so then I played it to win the free money. Like, I think people think there's some kind of like, I think for them, they just don't want to enter. You see that they're bad at trading, and then they don't want anybody to see it, so they're gonna silently sit on the sidelines and cry about it, I guess. But you're gonna see every trading contest there is. I'm gonna enter this Ninja Trader one as well, with whatever the rules are. And I'm gonna try to win the contest, and whatever rules are given, and I'm gonna try to win, because half of the game is understanding the contest and winning the contest, whatever the contest is. If it's a YOLO contest, this is the easiest 10K I ever made. You kidding me? I made 10K in one trade in 15 minutes and to do shit. I just was sitting there. And my strategy yesterday, remember what it was? It was, well, I'm going to sit out and I'm going to let second place or third place or whatever try to catch up with me, because the risk is on them to blow up. The only time I'm going to make a big significant move is if somebody passes me up. And then I got to do one more big trade. You know what I'm saying? So getting emotional, listening to me talk, Matt, because you know in your soul I'm finally in the right place. Thank you for wanting to beat the game, for being the asshole that has to win. I think we're all him too. There you go. When it comes to trading, your goal is to beat the game. Everyone has an advantage against you. Every rule is gimmicky. Wall Street's faster. Market makers are faster. Citadel's faster. Hedge funds are faster. You're not. You're at the end of the line. The disadvantage is with you. Game the system as much as you can. Prop firm, consistency rules, position limits, scaling rules, drawdowns. This shit's designed to beat you too. Everything Wall Street is unfair for you. And crybabies on the sideline, oh, it's so unfair. It's not even a fair cause. It's fucking Wall Street. When's it fair? They're gonna hold your hand like it's Sesame Street? Like, grow some balls, figure out how it's unfair, and fucking beat the system. Don't cry about it. Beat the system. How the props to you? Oh, I can't DCA in this one prop firm. Yes, you can. you're long and you want to add to a losing position, close the position and then long fresh. There's no DCA there. Like all these people for years, I hate this firm, I can't DCA. What kind of idiot can't figure out, just close your position and open a new one? Can't dollar cost average in at 0. I skirted DCA rules my entire life with this stuff. I mean, you guys, like, again, it's not illegal to be smart. Like every rule out there with Tradeify, all you have to do is make 9,000 to get your first payout. No, you know what I did? Fuck their consistency. I made 30,000 buffer in the first payout. It took me a month longer to get my first payout. Now I took 3K out. Now I got $27,000 of buffer to make $3,000 of profit to get those payouts. I'm never going to blow them up. Got around consistency rule. It was only on consistency on that first payout. Now I could take $10,000 of drawdown to make that 600 bucks. Like, you guys sit here and slave under those rules. Like, figure them out and beat them. I only had 9 Tradeify straight to funded. Make 9,000, take out 3. Next payout, you've got 6,000 left. Okay, you need to make 4,500 to also take out 3. So that's 10,005 minus 3. You're left with 7,000. Every single time you take a payout, look at this. You're very close to the blow up point. 6,000 and 7,000 to draw down. You have 6,000 and you need to make 4,500 the next time. That wasn't me. This was me. I've coasted to the finish line. Apex, back in the day, people would YOLO pass those evals, get their PAs, and make $100,000 copy trading on every account. Apply for their payout. Apex would deny your payout. Oh, darn, I got denied. And then you just coast to the second payout. The criteria only judged you between payouts. And then you traded nice within consistency and limits. And then you took out the 100,000 on your second payout. Well, they capped that rule. But beating the prop game is about beating the prop, not just beating trading. So when I explain this, there's a bunch of just like mouth breathing fucking cavemen on Twitter. Oh, this doesn't make any sense. I'm like, yeah, you still listen. We're not in the same league. All right. I have an extra digit of IQ. You don't. Like, we don't think the same. And, you know, that's okay. And I'm not making fun of me for it. But of course, it doesn't make sense. You know, like, not everybody is smart. But I think in trading, everybody thinks they're smart. This is the world we live in. Gen Z, everybody thinks they're fucking gifted and smart. Not everybody's going to be smart. There's levels to this game. But hopefully you guys will be smart. Y'all see that the Tradeify thing was smart. Between every payout, it's designed to put you back close to 0. You have 6,000 to draw down to make 4,500. That's not a lot. That's almost 1-to-1. For me, I have 25,000 drawdown to make 3,000. I'm 8-to-1. I need to lose 8 to make 1. I have coasted to the finish line with this strategy. Coasted. I put $200,000 of buffer in those accounts. And people were like, why are you doing that? It makes no sense. I'm like, I don't expect it to make sense to you. There's a difference why I'm on leaderboards and you're not. And you're not going to comprehend everything I'm doing. But for me, it's math. Do I use funding ticks? I don't. Not yet. There's a strategy for beating funded next. With funded next, it's very simple. When they have no DLL on their accounts, which they have no DLL on Legacy now, no DLL is amazing. Pass the account on your very first trade. Trade your very first trade full port to build a buffer. And if you blow up, oh darn, you start over. It's a couple $100. You waste 2 days of your life to start over and build it up again. Funded on funded next, I have probably 20 accounts passed in the buffer. You can only have $300,000 worth of funded, but you have infinite past accounts just sitting there passed. So if I blow up any one of these accounts, I've got accounts in waiting. I can just bring on I have so many past accounts with funded next. Every sale that they had, I would just pass as many as I could just to stock up on them. Now I can trade the fundants. If I blow one up, within a minute, a new one pops up. So I have got a whole stockpile of past evals with Funded Next. Very first trade, hit it, wait for an A+ setup, hit it full port, put $15,000, $20,000 of buffer in that account. Then trade it slow. You get a payout. When you take a payout, only take out half because you need to still have a big buffer in so you can continue to trade to go on. For me, with these Funded Next, I'm going to get a $100,000 payout, which means I need $200,000 in each account. And that's what I'm working for now. Build a buffer. Like, you want your run up to drawdown ratio, right, to be very small. You want to only have to make X amount, but lose Y amount to blow up. How easy it is for me to just make $600 in Tradeify to go towards a profit target with $40,000 of buffer. You guys enter the prop world to let them tell you what to do. I'm the guy that figures out how to beat it. So, you guys get it? There's levels to this game. And I'm going to tell you, in the bootcamp, this is why we teach you this stuff. In the bootcamp, I teach you all these tricks, by the way. Oh, a flat open. Gee golly, this is going to be fun today. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are like, they just don't, there's a different layer of capacity of like what people do and don't do in this game. Not everybody is clever and smart at the same time. I try to inspire you guys to be clever. That's important to me. Being clever means figuring out what's in front of you and try to see something people don't see. All right, today's a continuation up move, I think, off of this. When I drew on stream yesterday, what I said was I think that today was going to look like this. Remember, this was yesterday. And I said today is going to be a day that looks like this. Okay. That's what I think today's going to look like. So I really do think that this is the low. I really do think that whatever we end up getting turns out right there. I think that's about what we're going to see today. So I think wherever we open, I might just buy the open and let it ride. So yeah, my buffer trick with Tradeify, I end up blocking the weirdo clowns. Again, some small time influencers, these little kids on Twitter with like 1,000 followers and 2,000 followers hawking affiliate codes. Like, bro, that's so stupid. I think everybody just thinks they know what they're doing. But you guys, my Tradeify strategy is pretty damn smart, right? I got all my blowups out of the way in the first go. See, every time your first go, you should make $9,000 with a $6,000 drawdown. And then the next go around, you need to make 10,000. Hold on, wait. 9,000 minus 3 is 6. So you can make 45, 10,500. With the drawdown at 0. I'm sorry. And you start out at 6. Okay. Your drawdown is only $6,000. Each time you take a payout, you get a teeny little drawdown. All right, but you guys understand what I did, right? Every time you start over and you're almost at 0, that's what the prop firm gets you. The trick to beating prop firms like scale plans and rapid plans and all this shit is to bust your consistency on purpose for the first payout. That way, I don't have 6,000 to make 10,000. Or I'm sorry, I gotta make 4,500 with 6,000 for payout 2. The trick to a prop, because I know the prop firm risk rules, their job is to, if you happen to manage a payout 2 is really hard to get. You need to make 6,000 or 4,500. You can only lose 6. You know what I mean? That's a 1.3 to 1. That's all you get. For me, it was that 6 to 1. Imagine taking a drawdown of 5 and then just holding through it and then getting all the way back and getting your payout. I don't blow up at payout 2 or payout 3 or payout 4 or payout 5. Everyone statistically, they do. The curve that they look at is the blow up rate. The blow up rate looks, the success rate looks like this for payout 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time they quote unquote start you over, it takes an exponential hit. Actually, I think the curve is the other way around. Sorry, it's like this. almost nobody makes it to payout 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's why nobody goes live, because each additional payout is a chance you go back to 0 and blow up. Do you guys, am I making sense, guys? Am I speaking to the choir here? Do you guys understand the strategies here? Does this make sense, friends? This is what you're fighting. Every time you start over with almost nothing left, you possibly blow up. How many people here get a payout and then maybe blow up the second one because you start over and you're like, eh. So what I did was I got all my blow ups out of the way in the first time and only blew up like less than 20 times. And then I got 25K buffer in every account and I didn't blow up those accounts since. Okay. I'm just coasting to the finish line. That's it. So remember, when it comes to the prop space, the people that are getting your quote unquote $1 million payouts, they're not necessarily $1 million traders, you guys. They're just clever. They're good traders. Not knocking your $1 million payout bros from Twitter. They're good traders, but good trading isn't enough. They're good traders, but they're also clever. I'm not here to teach you the tricks of some of the people. I know what they did, but I'm going to tell you, a lot of them employed tricks like that. Nothing wrong with what you're doing, nothing illegal. It's just clever. Tricks to increase your odds. Nobody just walked up to Apex and just straight traded to $1 million payout. No, those guys, they gimmicked it too in some way. I tell you how they gimmick it. It's not my place to spoil people's secrets, but just want to tell you, when it comes to the prop space, just like a casino, there's advantage play. There's people that have figured out a way to do it that's clever. Yeah, be clever. These people that make the $1 million payouts are good traders, but also clever, which puts them another layer up. So, like a mechanical key level system, the master level of trading, the way Rock Secure key level is based on math mechanical master class. That's it, mechanicals, baby. Yeah, nobody's ever made it to a second payout. Or sorry, James said never made it to a second payout because it's more important to take the money while it was available. Now you've managed to have multiple funded accounts. Your goal is to make a second. So the trick to make the second is to hold out on the first. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Do whatever you think is right. For me, it's to wait and wait and wait. These funded next, I could take a payout tomorrow, but I want to be able to take enough out where there's a buffer left in. So if the drawdown of funded next, you want to make sure that at least your drawdown, what is your drawdown, run up to drawdown ratio? Just calculate it yourself. Mine is about 5 to 1. Okay. So I can allow myself to win 5 and draw down 1. I'm not really that bad of a trader. It's pretty good. So for me, example, if I make 50K in funded next, I can take out half within 30 days. That leaves me with 25K left. If I'm trading at that point 5K a day, then I'm going to continue to make money with the 5 to 1 run up to drawdown ratio. 5K a day is losing 5 days and I'm down. I'm out. I'm not going to lose 5 days in a row. My win rate is 75%. So the fact is at 50K, I can take out 25 and 25K buffer is plenty enough to allow me to keep going. Even at 75 win rate, I can choose what my loss is per day just to make sure it's comfortable. At 75, there's no way if I lose 2,000 a day, I'll ever blow this up. I'd have to lose 13 days in a row. This does not normally happen. So you have to make sure that whenever you take your first payout, there's enough left over in buffer to keep going. And that's a personal choice you have to make based on your own stats. Like, how much can I manage this? And the idea is use your stats to calculate what your loss is per day, and then keep that loss per day in such that your win rate or your loss rate doesn't kill you. Now, the trick is to take your loss rate. If I win 75, I lose 25. So what you do is you double your loss rate to be conservative, which is something you'll never do. If I only lose 25, then I'm going to assume a 50% loss rate. I'm going to lose every other day. Just doubling that and then calculate, okay, what's my position size to stay afloat in case I do have a losing streak. So the trick is take your loss rate and double it and then plan for that. Easy as that. When I tell you my boot camp is about risk and position management, it's a boot camp designed to teach you how to be clever when you trade. This is all clever stuff. Pat claims he makes $1 million per month on affiliate partnership with prop firms. That's very true. Don't ask how much I make. But I'll just tell you, that's a very realistic number. He's probably underplaying how much he makes. It's at least $1 million. I know that for a fact. Per month. Yeah. He is not lying about that number. Your average run-of-the-mill 2,000 follower Twitter influencer that pushes codes makes 20, 30K a month. Just your average person. Like people that don't stream, people, whatever. Easily with 20 codes, pop 100,000 in sales and pull 20% of that as profit. Bootcamp is $20. That's it. My bootcamp is $1 a class. That's it. Dory trades there in the chat. Pat probably makes at least $1 million. And that million number was probably quoted earlier in the year. He probably makes he probably makes 2 to 3 million now. Yeah, a month. I see Pat have $100,000 days in commissions. Yeah. So the strategy I mentioned in Apex is no longer viable. They've policed it. That was an old strategy people used to do with Apex. Don't try to do it. Apex has subjective payout rules now because people would exploit those rules in the past. The reason people complain about Apex and the reason you have to submit videos and all that stuff now is because of people that did that in the past. So the Apex thing I quoted, nobody go try it, by the way. You'll get your payout denied. There were just a few people that figured it out and squeezed out $1 million payouts, and then Apex asshole clenched up because of that. Am I making more from affiliates than trading? Oh, no. No. I told you guys yesterday, I make about $10 million a year in life through all the things I do. 5 to 10. Well, that's last year. That's not including affiliates this year. It's probably 15 million now a year. This year's ramped up significantly when it comes to the trading front. What's my most profitable year? Last year. And then this year will be even better. Yeah. And that's not just trading, by the way. When I say 5 to 10, that's not trading. That's everything, including trading. I have 18 streams of income. I own a bunch of stuff and businesses and other things. I own Rocket Scooter. I own Rocket Place. So everything makes income. Do I have invest in real estate? Yes. So happy to join the BDH challenge because that's how I found you. Oh, excellent, Kenny. I appreciate that. How much is from pure trading? I usually pop about $1 million trading for the most part. This year is different because this year I'm doing props more than I'm doing my real. I'm still doing my real account, but this year like props have been my main focus. And so props are weird. The taxing is weird, and certainly not $1 million from props this year, but you know, props is to be in the industry, which is the hottest growing thing. So I'm forced to be, relevant more than I am to focus on myself. But props feeds into the Rocket Place and feeds into Rocket Scooter and feeds into my personal brands and stuff. And, just to be, I'm very transparent with everything I do. With props, it's, you have to be here if you're going to be a futures trader. So I had to kind of join the prop world. It's less money trading than me when I used to just trade my personal account on stream. Prop is significantly less money, even though it's a lot of payouts. Once taxes and profit split gets you, the take home is not as much. Do I have an opening trade plan? Yeah, I'm going to long at the open. Hopefully I have a good CPA. Oh, I've got a team of CPAs and a tax attorney. I have a whole tax team. Do I trade mostly minis and not full NQ? Yeah, just E-minis, Buddha. Guys, do me a favor and smash that like button, friends. I'm going to do a giveaway in exactly 11:30 or 10:30. So I made $670 last night on the pad account. I made whatever this is. I don't know, 35, 4,000, 55, 675, 83, 10, 11. It's probably 13, 14,000 there overnight. Just longing at the open. The boot camp, I told you guys I'm longing at the open. I took that 10 points in S&P, closed out. I literally had 10 contracts S&P in these two. 5 in those two, and then like 2 NASDAQs, and then two, I think 2 E-minis, or one, no, maybe 1 E-mini on the pad account. Then trade all my thing. Oh, pad account here. Sorry, pad account. This is all overnight. Yeah, I long, like in my boot camp, I show my trade plan at the boot camp the last couple minutes because boot camp ends right here. I tell everybody I'm gonna long at the open for 10 points, and that's exactly what I did. Right now, I'm gonna long at the open. So actually, speaking of longing at the open, let's long at the open. We open in 6 minutes. All right, just one. Keep it small. Today, I'm looking for us to break just to about here. Oh shit, where's that yellow line? Hold on. Hold on. My drawings have disappeared. 25,206. This shit needs to keep saving my 206. Do my drawings there. I thought it's not saving my drawings. And S&P is going to be 68.36. Perfect. That's it. Okay, flat open. I normally don't like to take the flat open longs, but for this, I think that we're going to start off by doing whatever and then pushing to like maybe there. I think that the day is going to look like this. Okay. It's exactly what we're going to see today. If all my suspicions are right, the market's going to not, it didn't sell off in London, didn't sell off in Asia. It's going to press highs and it's going to not keep rallying. It's going to press highs and maybe just turn around and come back down. Little sort of hammer candle thing. This is just trying to retrace off the highs, and it's consolidating at the top. Nice, good support from here. If it does crash and I'm wrong, then that's it. But we should be all right. I think we'll sweep lower than long. We try to sweep low overnight. Again, I'll have to see the liquidity map state, but what I think is that out the door, this like high consolidation is usually a good sign. You don't normally like high consolidate and then just fall and then bounce. If we fall, it's falling. So that's the one takeaway. If it's falling, it's gonna fall pretty hard. Usually days like this, usually like when you have a big run like on a day like that and then just sort of like kind of like does this sort of thing, it usually does that. It's a very common, a continuation of yesterday's move. 2-day squeeze. It's pretty common. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's get ready to roll. So flat opens. Remember, I don't trust resilience when the market's flat. We need a really strong resilience, 30, 40, 50 points, or 50%. When a mid till open. Let her fly. Give me that pump. Give me that pump. Let's go. Give me that pump. Let's run it. Don't die today, market. Hang in there. Hang in there. Raz is somewhat negative. Don't break through lows. Don't break through lows. Come on, let's get a good pump today. Fingers crossed. Come on now, Zach. Hang in there. No sell-off day today. Notice I have it. Come on, liquidity maps. Stop being crazy. Pop up. I'm getting impatient. Get fucking impatient. Are we like... Come on. Are they loading up for anybody? Oh, there we go. Okay, good. There we go. Long up NASDAQ. Okay, good. Open setup. Resilience is somewhat flat-ish. Let's see if we hold. There's my S&P. Okay. I hate flat days. Resilience is choppy, or market's choppy and days are flat. So it's kind of like, just be careful. There's no pivot to trade off of. Okay. Just hanging on to this possible open trade. I was getting so impatient waiting for these fucking liquidity maps here. Okay. Where's this one right here? All right, now it's like hang in there. Let's go. So no, there's no A plus setup. It's all B. S&P good. MHP resilience. So all of this is supporting here. So even if this does fall to there, this has got really strong support there. Okay, don't die today, market. S&P solid. NASDAQ kind of blah. Well, I'm hoping for that open pump there. I don't think we have anything on NASDAQ to play off of that's here. If it falls, it falls, and that's it. I don't think we have a good setup, though. S&P doesn't have anything except for MHPs and hedge pressures there. All right. I kind of want to pull the plug on this, but I'm still kind of within my stop, so we should be all right. I think we should be all right. Market don't die today. Res is positive. Good. Okay. let's have some fun. Let's add one more there because I'm right near my stop. 40 points is it. All right, and we wait. Friends, hit that like button. Don't die today, market. I'll be very confused if the market sells off like it did the other day one more time in a row. S&P has filled its gap with Positive. Nasdaq resilience is negative though, so that's not the best. Not the best. There is no A+ here on Nasdaq, so problem is I was hoping for a nice little bump at the open. All right, so let's take that there. I'm grabbing dips right here as much as I can. And I'm gonna pray for this one. I'm gonna stop very close to 290. That's it. 290 is my level. All right. All right, let's roll it. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. That S&P did not break out of the highs. All right, resilience is getting slightly better, which is good. That should hopefully, fingers crossed, be the low for today. And maybe get a good rip out of this. Bum, ba-dum, ba-bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-bum. All right, market, let's go. Give us something good today. There's a little poppy pop. Flat days are my least favorite of days. I'm not a big fan of them. So at least for here, at least go back and test the pre-market highs would be really nice. If I get 80-point rip, I'd be super thrilled on this. Oh, I'll be right back. Hold on. Forgot to take my medicine today. I'm bad. Nasdaq trying to dump today. Oh my god. All right, let me trim this back to 1 then. Let me only add 1 when we break the open. Man, S&P is doing what I want Nasdaq to be doing. Come on, Nasdaq, don't be lame today. Don't be lame today, Nasdaq. I was kind of hoping it would pop and then drop, but not just fall. Hang in there, Nasdaq. Bum, 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 bum. now we wait. All right. Don't be boring today, Nasdaq. I was not expecting this much pressure. I was expecting the market to do exactly what the S&P is doing, and Nasdaq was just not playing ball. This is about where my stop is, so I'm about to pull the plug. If it drops a little bit below 290, I'm about to get out of this one. I was giving myself about to 290. Okay. Do I pull the plug? That's right on the edge there. Blah. I'm gonna hold on. It's only one contract, so I'm all right with that one. Let me see if I can't get myself a target here. How far is that the middle of that run? That's it right there. That's the midpoint. So 72. Damn. All right. Let's chill on this and let's grab the A+ down at the bottom. Okay, no bueno there. I was kind of hoping we would get a nice little retrace or nice little pop before we dropped, but I guess that's what it is. Let me close that out. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. This is sort of not what I was expecting, but we're gonna wait. I get the A+ down here on S&P, so let's switch to S&P and I'll trade right here in hedge pressure when we tap it. Everything's still pretty decent for like an A+, so I'm not terribly like worried about that. Bum, bum. If this is just a big ass sell-off day again, I'm going to be actually very confused. What if this is the day just like we had 2 days ago? But I'm okay. I think this is the dip to buy here. This is all A+ support here in S&P. So we're close enough. So let me grab some S&Ps there. Just some S&Ps right at monthly hedge. I'm going to play all of this with the stop. And again, if you lose MHP, the market's dead. Right here. This is a crash below. So we should be good. We're right on the edge. Crash below. This is okay. A+ here. A+ here. And then stop right there. So that's pretty good. I think we're good. Okay, let me get ready to load up on some others here. Boom, boom. Right on the edge. I'm gonna grab along in Pat's account on the A plus. Hang on in there. So no A plus is a NASDAQ, nothing nearby till way down in there. That's the only setup we have in NASDAQ, which is way down here. S&P, this is it. We crash if we fall below these monthly hedge pressure levels. I was gonna open out the door, would have been nice and clean, but a little bit of selling in NASDAQ was unusual. The S&P was doing what I wanted it to do, which was to just keep going. And NASDAQ decided it was gonna pull everything down today. So there's the A plus. Let me go ahead and try to take one more trade here. All right, let's take a trade there. Let's do some trades. Okay, let's do it. Bum, 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 bum. So this is the one, A plus every single time. Let's get ready, play the song, baby. Okay. That opening trade wasn't so great. Oops. I'm totally flubbed that one. All right. Hold on, let me start it over. Hold on. All right. All right, fingers crossed on this one. Try one more time here. That was very unexpected today. But that's A plus setup, so let's rock it. Not usual to break through MHP. Now if we just lose A plus and A plus, then dead market today. West, you can draw the call, ESG every single time. All right, this is it. If there's anything, it's here. Don't be stupid today, market. Oh, dang, we have 1,400 people here. What's up, guys? Don't forget to smash the like button, friends. Fucking Jay Powell needs to shut the fuck up. Grab the long and Pat account. Grab the long and all these other accounts here. I took some losses on the ones that were up tonight, up earlier. Oh, ESG every single time. Come on, fingers crossed, baby. Hang in there. J Powell. I'm breaking our hearts today, brother. There we fucking go. Yep, stay every single time. Burn down. TB for this trade, negative res, just at half gap, that's it. Yes, Nate, every single time. That fortune takes from bell to bell. So sad though that they didn't rally out the door. All right, guys, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. I don't know if I'm gonna be right on this trade, but if I'm wrong, at least I'm wrong from the right place. That's all that matters. This fucking market's confusing today, though. It fell to A+, which I guess, okay. But still, though, like, at least there's a bounce here. That's what I want to see. High volume pivot, monthly hedge pressure, and a bounce. But the question is, do we get a big update today from it? Can get the whoosh fan on here, guys. Let's get that hedge pressure, the hedge wind going. Blow it up, baby. This is a, so open, blue, open is the 1B setup on the BLU liquidity map here. Resilience is negative, so there's an interrupt. There's resistance from there. That's a problem. Oh, my Nasdaqs are doing good. Fuck yeah, let's go. Now S&P is the one that's not really doing much. So that's the problem. There's resistance here. So remember, breaking an MHP is a crash. So I'll get the fuck out of the way. Yeah, there we go. Fuck this. Okay. That was pretty gross. Let me trim that down a little tiny bit. Boo! Well, at least I'm wrong from the right place. Blah. This account's down 2,500 today, right now, so I gotta play with this one a little bit. Is JPal still saying shit? See, at least I know. See, the thing is with entry efficiency, guys, at least I know if I'm wrong from the right place. There's that volume on the hedge break, right? So this is actually not the best sign. I immediately started trimming. If I take a loss because the market did the 10% thing, which is fine, whatever. But that's the setup. Oh, let me close Pat's account. Damn it, I lost 600 bucks on that account. No way I'm gonna blow that shit up though. Let me close that out. Now I'm back to neutral. I'm down 59 bucks. That was up 600, now it's down 59. So this one is a little tricky because it's not past my stop yet. I did trim from 4 to 2 though, and I'm probably gonna cut the whole thing out. This one's down about 2,600 now, so that one kind of sucks. All my other accounts are kind of up a little bit, not too bad. I didn't take this in all of my places. All right, so let me go ahead and trim that. Let's cut some of this down. Let's cut, let me exit that. Let me exit that. That was highly unusual. Okay, exit that. Damn it, dude. I gave up almost all of these gains today. Okay, well, that's all right. It shit happens. Okay. All right, give me a second, guys. I'll update the screenshot for y'all. I'm flattened out. I'm going to be flat on this. That's really stupid. Okay. Okay, give me 1 second to close that out. Boo. All right, we need a whoosh fan in a second, guys. Hold on. Not breaking monthly hedge pressure is only about 10% chance. And now that I know that I'm wrong from the right place, I'm always kind of wrong small. You see how I got out of the way pretty quick? How it's supposed to bounce there, and then the big candle came out of it. Now that I'm wrong. See, I'm not buying at the wrong spot, buying at the wrong spot. I know I'm wrong very quick, and I get out. That's what's great about entry efficiency and doing very well in your inputs, your entries. All right, so now I'm going to wait and see if it recovers hedge pressure. I'm back in with the same intensity, so don't even think about it. Okay, hold on. Let me get ready for... I'm just setting everything up so I can make a second entry. So I'm sitting out. I'm fully flat now. Took back a lot of that green from earlier. Let me update that screenshot. Give me a second. I'm reprogramming my accounts with my new limits. So what I do is I use Tradeovate's account management settings to like set profit and loss limits for myself. Once we get it rationalized, I modify everything. So for here, there's nothing else but A plus set up a liquidity pocket. So this we're gonna wait. This normally should hold. Breaking that is unusual. So I'm completely wrong about today. I thought we would go up and stay down. So this is a really strong pullback day, I think. If we're gonna take the middle of the whole move, that equilibrium is about here where that yellow line is on NASDAQ. So on the S&P, the next A plus setup that we get is going to be here and here while I take second attempts at this. So for now, MHP is broken. Irrational signal is flagged. So I'm going to trade small trades only from here, but still take the longs. Not big longs, but small longs. If we break through here, then it's a fucking bear market at this point. So for now, let me sit back and let the market just chill. That long setup continuation did not work. We're still in that VIX above triple B, I guess. So give me uno momento, y'all. Let me update this for you guys. Y'all can see transparency. I don't just always win every day or every trade. Hold on one second. All right, here is the damage. Screenshot, a little damage there. Pad account was up $700. Now it's at 59 down. All right, let me get y'all a screenshot of that. I was so eager to get that big ass long out the door though. All right, so that hit. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and make this where it's easier to read. Hold on. It's a little, let me line that up better. It's a little. There we go. Line her up better. Now I'm going to wait. If we reclaim monthly hedge first and get back in on the long side, here we go. It's a little bit easier to see that. Okay. So this one on the top is the PW account. That one hit pretty hard. So I'm going to get back in on the long side right here. So this is PW here. These are my funded next here. Yeah, I gave back some of those gains here. And then these are the trade files. Okay. Now we're going to wait. Boo. All right. We're going to wait for MHP though. All right. I only get like a tiny little space to put everything up there. All right. Remember, I'm on a huge winning streak this month. So not every day is going to be all beautiful. However, let's get it back today. I'm not going to try to overtrade this. I'm good at taking a quick loss. I limit my losses to 3,000 or 4,000 a pop. I don't really try to do too much harder on some of those, but we're going to fight. Maybe the one that's down 3,000, I'll probably try to play that one. Get that one up. That's one of my funded next accounts. All right, so this one here. These guys are solid, so I'm not trading those anymore. All right. When we get to A plus down here, this is also A plus with that with the hedge pressure break, it becomes an A minus. There is a possible long from here, but if we reclaim MHP, I'm back in the long side. No craziness about that. I'll try one more time on this one. But no early entries from here. I'm going to be efficient. If not, so my trade plan, I set it from here now, goes from Hold on 1 second. All right, so I took a long. I long at the open. It was wrong. I longed at hedge pressure, got out, took a stop. Now I'm going to wait. If we reclaim, if we get back to here with hedge pressure resilience positive, I'm going to take a long from there to trade it all the way back up to half gap, which is the trade I was hoping to get earlier. It didn't work. For now, I'm going to sit out all through here, sit out. So my pad account went back down to minus 59 bucks. I'm going to take very little risk on that. I'm going to sit out right here and let this market continue to flush a little bit. I've got a minus set up here because we have a minus because we've lost one confluence. And I've got sort of a minus here. So you can see I'm not jumping in and chasing this yet. We're going to be wrong from the right place a second time. Remember, being wrong from the right place, your losses are always small. Those losses are pretty contained. So we're good. So guys, don't forget a couple of announcements. We have some of our prop partners. If you guys are supporting the community and the channel, me trading contests for you guys. If I win this $10,000, I'm going to give it to you guys in this community for being here on the stream. Some influencers out there and some people out there, their goal is to like sell shit and make a amount of money and a massive amount of money and then, you know, support their own lifestyle and like make themselves feel great and whatever. I'm going to win that $10,000. I'm going to give the whole thing to you guys in the form of prop accounts. I'm going to go buy $10,000 worth of prop. I'm going to make a special deal with one of my partners. I'm not even going to buy it like at the normal price. I'm going to go to like fucking Brett Simba and I'm going to be like, if I give you $10,000, will you give me 200 accounts to give away or something? Like I'm going to ask him to give me a bunch of accounts at cost. Can you sell me a bunch of accounts at 42 bucks? If I can get a bunch of accounts at cost, what is 10,000 divided by 42? Because that's how much it costs to open a Tradeovate account. Tradeovate with any prop firm. I'm going to go ask somebody for 240 accounts. And then ask them to match it. Okay. So I'm going to say, I'll give you $10,000. Give me 500 accounts to give away to my stream. I'm going to ask them to match me. So if I win this 10K, I'm going to give it to you guys. And I know I promised Slacks a bonus as well, because I thought it was 25K. I'm going to give Slacks a bonus anyways, just because he deserves one. So don't tell Andrew that. I'll give him a fat fucking bonus too. So I'm going to give away the prize money. Yeah. Brad would give me 500 accounts if the money came from PW. That would be hilarious. Oh yeah, they have a little rivalry, don't they now? Wait, I am gorgeous. Thank you. As Kellyanne. Who the fuck is Kellyanne? Who's that? Is giving so much cash prizes to her community. Never heard of her. Even a trading laptop. Oh, that's nice. Divide the 10K between lifetime members. Oh, there's like tens of thousands of lifetime members. You guys get $1 a piece. That's nice that somebody's giving away stuff. I think that's really nice to give away things. PW said 100K extra if an influencer won. Did he? Oh. If I won $100,000, I would give 25,000 to you guys. I would give 20,000 to Slacks as a bonus. Then I take the other amount of money and give all my other employees a bonus as well. All 22 of them. I would give it all away. Can't believe that. Am I an influencer? I hate this. I hate that word more than any word on the planet. That word makes me want to vomit. Guys, so do me a favor. Here's some announcements. Some deals we got going on right now with our prop partners, letting you guys know. Tradeify had a flash sale. I forgot to say something about it yesterday. The flash sale ends on the 17th of October. Everything now is 40% off with code Rocket Scooter right now. So go use code Rocket Scooter for 40% off with Tradeify. My Funded Futures is still giving out 6K payouts on their scale plan, which used to be $1,500 payout. So My Funded Futures just got a huge fucking update. The scale plan now pays out more than Top Step does. 80% of 6,000 is better than 90% of 5 every 5 days. Just do the math. So My Funded Scale is going head to head competing with Top Step. Try to push them down and crush it. So today's end of the day, today's ETF is Beat the Beast. Obviously, it's a really awesome program. The best part is instead of getting your 5,000 or whatever profit target, as long as you just make $1,000, they enter you into a raffle with ETF, Elite Trader Funding. And then that raffle, 10% of you automatically pass once you made 1,000. That's it. Sometimes they've had it where everybody passes. So that's a fun event that ETF does all the time. Any account except for the fast tracks. So you can do it with the statics, which is the easiest one to do it with. Static. Hint, hint. 50% off of their end of the day and Diamond Hands is their sale going on. Code Rocket Scooter. Fund the Next still has the $80 legacy 25K accounts with no DLL back on the docket. So no DLL is permanent on the legacy accounts now. No DLL, uncapped payouts, no activation fee, no monthly fee, no profit split. Fund the Next is like one of the fan favorites here. Take profit, 40% off. That's going on right now in Apex. I think is like 50% off or something like that. Oh, 80% off evals. Let me update my little banner down here. Hold on. So 40% off Tradeify. All right, market. Let's fucking go today. Who has no consistency rule? My Fund of Futures. No, 10% Levi. It's auto pass. I thought it was auto pass. It's 10% pass. Hold on. You sure? I swear I read it that way. 10% first month funded activation. Oh shit. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. You guys are right. Oops. My mistake. Okay. We get back above MHP today. Let's roll it. My bad on that ETF. Shit. Oops. Whoopsie. Activation is free. My bad. So 1 month. So the first month activation is free. So essentially, if you make it to $1,000, they give you your activation for free. 1 out of 10 people, up to 5 people can enter that. Yeah. Now, I mean, it's a free thing for something you're already doing. Don't say that it's trash. I mean, it's something free. So let me tell you guys, with ETF, I'm getting them to change their rules. Remember, I have pull in this prop industry. ETF created their static account the way they did because I told them to make it that way. So I'm actually coaching those guys to change their rules. Can I tell you a secret? You guys ready for this? Just put some faith in me on this. I see them as a lump of clay that we can create some really solid stuff out of them. They're changing their consistency rule because of you guys and me. We're getting them to change it. I'm leaking that, but it's happening. So stay tuned. I told them to get rid of this ATD consistency rule kind of setup they have. It's confusing to people. Again, I'm going to get them to change some of their stuff. That's why I like them, because they're listening. So have some faith. Have some faith. Trust me. They like us, and so we like them. There's 3 guys that work there. One of them used to work for me. So they're again, you know, prop firms don't necessarily get the rules right out the door the way that they should be. And, you know, they're all trying to compete with each other by being clever and doing something different. And I told them, you know, here's some things that people are confused about. And they listened, and we had a meeting a couple weeks ago about it. There's nothing misleading about the rules, though. There's nothing. It's pretty self-explanatory. Everything's labeled well. They just have a problem because they have 5, 6 different product types. And so the problem is it's very hard to understand. You go to like Take Profit, they got 1 product type. You go to My Fund and Future, they got 1 product type. End of the day drawdown. You go to Tradeify, they got 3. You know, you go to Fund and Next, they got 2. You got ETF, they got fucking 6, 7. They have like it's like a buffet there. So every product type has like rules all over the place. It's like rules is like they're all different, and so it's confusing. I told them you got to streamline it. I said you guys got to get rid of like 4 of those products and keep like 3 of them and streamline it and make it nice. I'm like Marcus Lemonis on that show, The Prophet. Like I go in there and I find the business and I'm like, you're selling apple pies and cherry pies and then roasted walnuts and then candied apples. I mean, like this thing only is 10% of your sales, and these 2 things are 70%. Keep the 2, dump the 1. 67. 67. Oh. Yeah. It's not misleading. It's just negligence. It's too much, too convoluted, and it's hard for people to figure out what's going on. They're not purposefully like, hey, let's trick people. They just have so much in such a small team, just like us, you know. I went in there and trust me, I went in there and cleaned it up. They updated their website because we told them their website was hard to follow, and they updated it. You know, they listen to us. A lot of these firms listen to people like us because you guys give them great feedback. They heard, they listened. They listened to y'all. Panda 67. Yeah. When did they say no consistency? Where's that set at? Everything's pretty clearly stated on the website, I think. Anywho, like I said, that's between y'all and them. I'm just telling you guys. We work pretty close with some prop firms to like give them some advice from things you guys say. And the idea is they're one of the firms that's listening. They're like, okay, yeah. Oh, we have this thing. Okay, let's change it. Let's fix it. Yeah, I told them they should get rid of some of the accounts that they have. You said they say no consistency under every account when funded. Right here. So when funded, consistency rule. Unlike traditional consistency rules, do not force you to earn more. You receive credit for the active trading. You must maintain a minimum profit, and the realized profit must see at least a certain percentage of consistency. This is the problem, Jason. Now you need to read the fucking rules. It's literally stated right here. This is the problem, not your problem, but their problem. You got to like highlight this bubble to see it. It's not hidden. It's not misleading. It's literally just right here. It's like literally right here. And then it tells you what none means. Unlike traditional consistency rules, don't backpedal. This is where it's stated. This is what I'm saying. Nobody's at fault here, but the rules are fucking here. They're just behind this little info bubble. There's nothing misleading about this. They don't have a traditional consistency rule. It's called an ATD rule. They don't have a consistency rule, which means you must make at least. Theirs is called an ATD rule. It's not a consistency rule. That's why. Theirs is called ATD. It's a different type of thing. It's not a consistency rule. It's called active trading day rule, which means you have to make at least a minimum. That's not a consistency rule, which means you have to make no more than a maximum. It's not a consistency rule. There's nothing tricky about it. Literally, the consistency rule of 20%, you can't make any more than 20%. They don't have the rule. That's why it says none. That's no fucking rule there. God, you guys are... They don't have a consistency rule. Theirs is different. Your account minimum gets bigger every time as you make more money. It's not a consistency rule. This is fucking blowing my mind that you guys are... Whatever. They don't do what everyone else does. That's what they're communicating. Oh my God, you guys. There's no consistency rule in ETF, period. They don't even have one. But you got to highlight the bubble. Don't keep backpedaling. The information's there. Now they could draw it a little bit better, make it better. But traditional consistency rules, they don't have one. Theirs is slightly different. As you make more, your minimum goes up, which is not even it's not a typical rule anybody has. So you can't really classify it as something. But I think they're communicating with, again, I don't work for them, but I'm saying what they're communicating on their website is they don't have the traditional consistency. You can make infinite dollars with ETF and then not have days added to the end of your trading. Just like with Tradeify, if I go over consistency, I have to trade extra days. With them, you don't have to do that. So it's just kind of cool. But you can read the instructions right there. It's not Jason, you don't define what a consistency rule is. I'm sorry, bro. You're just a retail nobody, my friend. They get to define what it is. You can define it however you want in your head. A consistency rule means every trade must be the same. The word consistent means the same. 20% means every trade must go over no max. With ETF's ATD rule, every trade can get fucking bigger. There's nothing consistent about that. By the definition, the fucking Oxford Dictionary, Jesus fucking Christ. All right, I'm tired of you. You can't, nothing's consistent about getting bigger every trade. I swear to God, quit trading now, dude. I love you, but bro. If your active trade day means each day gets bigger, there's nothing consistent about that. All right. I'm here to teach. I'm a professor. I gotta teach people. They should call it the exponential rule. Jesus Christ, does this guy work for Top Step or something? Oh my God. Oh my God. It consistently gets bigger. Guys, it's all theatrics. I'm just an actor, okay? I'm just pretending to be ragey. I just try to make you guys laugh. I'm not really upset. I don't give a fuck. What's ETF consistency rule? Fuck you, Kevin. Consistency rule means you can't go over a maximum. Every trade has to be the same amount. ETFs is if you go over a certain amount, every trade has to be bigger for it to count, which means your minimum days get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It makes you have to have control in your trading, but it's not a consistent rule. Again, this is why it's confusing, because traders seem to it's like everybody calls a Dr. Pepper Coke in Texas. Everybody calls a Pepsi a Coke. Hey, what kind of Coke do you want? Coke is synonymous with soda in Texas. It's weird I don't know why we do that here. But the word consistency rule is so baked into the trading lexicon. Everybody thinks about it everywhere you go. ETF is weird in that they try to do everything slightly different, and it's a good thing that they're weird. I like it. But then it's confusing because traders are not used to like having to, I don't know, read new rules and stuff. They're just kind of like stuck in the way that everybody does stuff. So that is kind of a learning curve for a customer, which is part of a thing with the business. You know, customers are used to hearing things a certain way. They're going to they're going to interpret things with what they're already programmed by the other firms to interpret. So I don't blame Jason for feeling that way, but you can't say that people are being intentionally misleading. To me, I get a little irked by that because that's implying fraud. And clearly, Jason's just like most traders is a lazy motherfucker that just doesn't want to read exactly what this actually. It's like, here's an asterisk. Well, here it is. Let me read. Oh, unlike the traditional consistency rules, which you don't have, we don't force you to earn more if you swing for the fences. So they don't have it, and they explain what that means. They can't put that here. They make it tidy, and it's right there. So when I was like, they're not being misleading, you got to click the bubble, and he, dug in his heels deeper. We had to ban him. So it's Michael Paddock on a fake account. Probably. I'm just kidding. Is that Lance again? All right, let's go. You have to read Hulk Smash, yeah. We have to read. It can say, oh, yeah, you're right. It was there, my bad. But it's like, no, but that's misleading. I'm okay, no, don't. I hate people when they're wrong. They just dig in and have to keep like diving into how wrong they are. I mean, how right they were or whatever. They aren't being misleading at all. They're just, they had a lot to say, and it's just buried in all that text. But don't be spreading fake news. That's why I tell them it's like a buffet. They got too much on the menu. That's what I keep telling them. They got too much on the menu. The customers can't figure it out. And that's one thing. So they've talked about changing that rule altogether to a traditional consistency rule. So just letting you guys know, you guys would probably be happy to have that. I keep trying to tell you the ATD rule is better than a consistency rule, but nobody wants to figure it out and read. See, with the consistency rule, let me example with trade of 8. If I bust 20% consistency, oh, here we go. Here's some A pluses. If I bust 20% consistency on a trade of 8, they add money to the balance. I got to trade extra days. Every extra day is a chance I blow up the whole thing. With ETF, they don't add extra days. I just have to trade bigger every other day. I can't flip the accounts. Instead of making 200, I got to make 400 or 500 for it to count. So with the ETF, if you make a big accidental blow up trade that makes a whole lot of money, you just got to keep trading big. But they don't add the extra days. Every day that you trade is 1/2 of a chance you blow the whole thing up. So I keep telling people, in the example of trade of 8, if I lose $5,000, okay, with a 20% consistency to make $9,000 means I can only make $1,800 a day, or else I got to trade extra days. So if I lose $5,000 but I'm still in the game, I can only crawl back $1,800 at a time. It's going to take me 3 days just to break even. And then I got to trade my 5 days to pay out. That's 8 days if I take a huge loss. With ETF, if you lose $5,000 day 1, you can make it back day 2 and then still stay on path. It just means every other trade, you got to trade bigger. You can still make it to the target with no extra days. With their rule, I always try to teach people, that rule is pretty clever. That allows you to dig out of the hole faster if you take a loss. But like I said, you guys are here to learn how to be clever with props. Nobody here is fucking paying me to toot their horn. Well, they're all paying me equally, but there's no reason I would pick one over the other. I'm telling you guys logic. Logic, that rule is good in case you fuck up the first trade and you can dig out the hole faster. But then the punishment is you got to trade bigger every other trade. You can't just flip the accounts. Which with trade of 8, if I lose 5,000 and then make 5,000, get back to 0, now I got to make 25,000 to get the payout rather than 9 at $5,000 days, which makes me trade bigger every other day, which is the same fucking rule as everyone else in ETF. When you trade bigger, you got to keep trading bigger, or else it adds more days to the pot. They're the only quote unquote limiting rule that doesn't make you trade more days. Oh, we hit A+ on S&P. Let me try grabbing one little trade here. But it's confusing when you have to think so much about it to think about the benefit of that's the benefit. Traders don't understand that that's actually a good deal if you take big hits. Giveaway today in a little bit. Yes, sir. Coming up soon. I like teaching you guys. I'm here to educate y'all how to beat the system, boys. A plus or I'm sorry, A minus. It's A minus on hedge break. It's still a pretty decent setup. Let me grab some longs here. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. Where's Nasdaq doing? What the fuck is Nasdaq here? All right, let's go with that. Let's hit it with some. Grab some longs here. Turn those reds. All right, let's get some longs on this one. All right. Let's get a little long. I'm going to start building into a position here. Again, this can take one more stop, but bears on top will be willing to take the long on. I was too busy talking. My entry was pretty bad on that one. This is my favorite setup here. A minus, A minus. Get that guy pretty good when we get there. Okay, guys, let's get a trade out of this one. This is another EST setup. Now, again, this breaking hedge is just like two days ago. Can't explain it. I was kind of pumped to see the market at least test the highs. So if this is another weird sell-off day like we had 2 days ago, I just can't even. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're gonna stabilize and be all right, but we'll see. We'll see. Decent for A minus, decent for A minus, and it's rare to break this. It's even rarer to break that. So the probability of breaking both of those is pretty low. Nasdaq might flush pretty hard though. So there's some starter positions here. And VIX is still above contango midpoint, so like anything can really happen from here. Oh. Feel like this is the dump day. It kind of feels like it, but I'm going to be honest. I thought we were going to rally and come back to starting point. Now we're just going to dip and come back to starting point. So this, again, this would be the weirdest day if it continues to sell. Here, we're going to stabilize in here and bump back up. It took me about 5 years to... 5 years was when I finally decided to trade full time. Back in 2015. What is the biggest time contributor to a journey? Practicing and like learning how to lose the right way without blowing up, and tailoring my position sizing strategy so that I can like learn how to take a loss the appropriate way without just blowing up every other trade. That was the biggest thing that time gave me during that time. Contango midpoint. So it's a trick that I teach you on how to understand the state of the market sensitivity to news and events. So what it is at rollover of futures, the day before VIX options expire, which is the third Wednesday of the month, so the Tuesday night before that, what you do is you do the halfway point between the close of the current front month spot contract And the forward month, so this is like we're currently trading the October contract. This is the September and October. It's the midpoint between this close and that open. Contigo midpoint is a very solid gauge of the potential for volatility in the market. We're not in a nice, solid, clean bull market because VIX is not decayed below that midpoint. If VIX is below here, then the market's going to dip and come back, dip and come back, dip and come back. The fact that VIX is just stagnant up here, it's weird. We don't normally have months where VIX stays there all month. This is unusual, and it spells out a potential crash. It really does. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but this is the recipe for it. The market just dumps without V'ing up. Like it was what we normally will see, like a good return. We haven't seen that. Will there be another boot camp before year's end? No, there won't be another boot camp until the beginning of next year, because we don't do boot camps during the holidays. This is just kind of like right on the edge here. So A minus, let me just do like one contract here. And then I'll add to it if it V's up and keeps going. I'll keep my risk light on that. Actually, let me go ahead and grab it at liquidity pocket. I'm going to wait. I'm going to grab it down here at the bottom. Let me let it fall just a little bit more. Yeah, unusual MHP break can be just like the other day. Let me grab it down there at the bottom. That'll be better. I haven't had a losing day since the first month of September. This, you guys are witnessing probably the first one. Well, I don't think I'm losing yet. Oh no, I am losing. Never mind. But hopefully by the end of the day, this turns into like something a little better. Oops. What the heck? Oh, that's okay. Weird. My like Tradeify just disappeared for a second and came back. Have that like crashed or something. Oh, I've got all day to come back. Oh, I'm gonna come back. Trust me. Trust me on that. That liquidity pocket, baby. Oh, I'm gonna be excited. I was so happy to see the MHP bounce there. Trust me, that was gonna be like a great run up. So 90% of days will close above bull zone. Let me give you guys the stats on this. About 90%. We assume that with the hedge pressure break, it's going to be probably closer to like 80%, but still 80% we stay above this. 80% we stay above here. This is the minus part of A+. All right. Let's get that BDH. BDH, baby. So today, unusual that you break the monthly hedge pressure. These are both really strong pivots. You had A+, 80 and 90 stacked on top of each other. And The fact that they broke is unusual, right? So that's not the best thing. You see how it was going to bounce and then it just slammed through it and broke with that massive volume. Now we created like a kind of a gamma squeeze sort of catalyst sort of thing going on almost. So the market is sort of reacting to this, throwing this market down here is not, you know, it's not a usual play. So now I'm going to take it light and be very cautious, but I'm still going to trade it back up because I'm going to bet that the market doesn't crash today. If it crashes today, it also crashes today. But I don't think that it does. But VIX is sort of like flying through the fucking roof again. So be very careful that this isn't that crash day that blows everything out of the water. We're going to wait. The only other setup I do have is A+ right here on S&P, or A-. If I touch this, I can take the long one more time. Other than that, I'm not gonna do anything else. Nothing else to do. There's that kind of midpoint here. Nasdaq's little bounce area is right there at that spot. So it's here or never. And if it does, if it crashes out, I'm probably just sit back and watch it. I don't think I'm going to chase the short. I don't want to risk anything in this BDH account. We got to win the tourney, baby. So I get super lucky, you guys, when y'all tune in. Y'all see me do this every single time trade that I do. I like the headbang to it. It's my favorite setups. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. You guys get to see Matt's favorites all in one day. This is a favorite here to long off a hedge pressure. This is a favorite right here to long off of bear zone top. These are two awesome spots to play from. Nasdaq will sort of like have its midpoint from yesterday's drop at that same spot. That's the place. That's the big place. So I'm going to let this overshoot, and then on the reclaim, I'll jump back in on it. Before I tap it. And I'm going to take a little bit of extra risk here on the one account that's down. This one right here, I'm going to actually keep trading it. I do want to hit that A+ and bring that account green. And the A-. Days like this, where it just plows through all your strong pivots, take note, and VIX is going through the roof. So this is going to be kind of a little bit of a caution here. Overshoots can be possible. Y'all, I'm like totally losing my voice from talking so much. Last couple days in boot camp, boy, I'm losing it. It's gonna bounce. I feel it. I know it. And we're gonna get that whoosh fan going. Ready? Hold on. I was so excited to draw out the whoosh fan earlier, but now it's gonna be here. Let's get that long. Good long setups from here, guys. That's the one. Well, I drew it a little low, but you guys know what I'm trying to do here. One more flush. Let's get it, and let's get the ride. Somebody said, I read some comment earlier. It said, this is the first time tuning in. This is really refreshing compared to what the usual crap is out there. Really appreciate that. Only found your channel today, and fuck, I like the way you think about trading. Keen to learn more from your brother. Matt V, nice to meet you, man. Sorry, I haven't been reading a lot of chat. I've been just sort of like paying attention to the stream. Your trading day will not count towards your minimum trading days needed for payout if your trade is on 60% of the highest trade with the DTF elite accounts. Oh, you guys talking about the ATD account, ATD rule, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Why are the most influencers out there not happy about Top Step? Top Step basically was like the first, and because they were the first, or the first kind of big one, they sort of have this like attitude, I would say, that, you know, everything they do is the best, when their rules slowly became obsolete. So many firms are just offering so many better things than Top Step, and the Top Step folks like defend it tooth and nail and spread a bunch of misinformation. And I swear they hire like fucking people in Bangladesh on like fake accounts and shit, like thousands of them, to just sit there and circle jerk their brand all day. My funded futures current payout, $1,500 on scale goes to 6,000. With 80%, you make 4,800 bucks. Top Step, 90% of 5,000 is 4,500 bucks. Theoretically, for the majority of your sim payouts, you're going to make more money once the Top Step profit split kicks in. At my funded futures, it's basic math. 48 is bigger than 45. But then if you say that, and they spin it some other way and say, yeah, well, the live program is better, and that's why Top Step is better. And they have these guys that literally just circle jerk them all day. And I'm gonna tell you guys something about live. I'm about to break all your hearts. The live is something you will never achieve. I repeat, you will never achieve. You in the stream will never fucking achieve live. One of you might, two of you might. I become live in 2 prop firms, but it's because I'm me. No offense. You might one day. But here's the thing. If you ever go live, fund yourself. Don't care about the fucking live programs with these firms. They only have a live program for compliance. Literally for compliance. The live program in props is a fucking sham. It's there so they don't get shut down for compliance. These are facts, okay? An unachievable victory where you finally make it to live and here's your $5,000 to trade with, sir. It's for compliance. They can get away with paying you some funded. This is exactly what's going on. Don't ever think live is the real prize. The real prize, if you can make it to live, take your sim funded payouts and give yourself your own trading account with no profit split, 60-40 tax split, and no fucking DLL and contract limits when you trade. Don't let people sell you on their prop firm because the live is better. I had a whole post about the Nash equilibrium portion of this. If you were to say that, well, for $2, you can win a $2 million lottery with a 1 in a million chance. But for $1, you can only win a million for the same probability. Oh yeah, well, I want to win the $2 million. I'm going to pay more for the lottery ticket. Then you're actually not being smart. More money for the bigger prize does not give you a bigger prize. In the system, this is how math works. The guy that came up with this thought process won a Nobel Prize for it, by the way. If you were to spend $1 for $1 million prize that only 1 out of a million made, and the option was to spend $2 for a $2 million prize with the same odds, the people that say that's the better game to play are dumb. No offense. This is a better game to play. Why? Well, in this one, everybody in the system pays more, so everybody loses more, so that the one person that wins slightly bigger. The only person that wins comparing the two is the one winner here, and the millions that lost more. In this one, compared to here, everybody pays less than that one, so everybody wins in this system rather than that one. And one person that wins the grand prize still wins a grand prize. It's just not as big as that one. This is the system where everybody wins something, but not everybody wins the best prize. Everybody wins a lesser prize so that everybody can win together. This is the one where everybody loses so one can win the best prize. It's called a Nash equilibrium. The guy got a Nobel Prize for this kind of stuff. So if you were to say that your prop firm is $50 a month for a live account of 5,000, but the other one is $100 a month for a live account of 20,000, you might say, oh, the 20,000 is better. No, you're not going to win the lottery. None of you will. No offense. I love y'all. Trade the one that's the least expensive and the least loss for you. And that's mathematics. Nobel Prize. Again, peer-reviewed Nobel Prize mathematician that worked at fucking Wheeler Labs at MIT, which is the most prestigious spot that anybody can ever work at as a mathematician. So it doesn't matter how much better the life program is, the odds of you achieving it is 0. It won't apply to you. So the part of the game that applies to you is the sim payouts, which you're working for now. Yeah, maybe you might get live, but I'm saying you won't mathematically. Some of you guys might. Y'all are here, you have a better chance than anyone else. I'll tell you that right now. But at the end of the day, the one that costs the less for the achievable prize is the one you should be playing. The sim-funded payout is pretty much where most of you are going to be. So you can't compare the live account as that's why this prop firm is better. But when I say people don't like Top Step, because they go out there and they brag about their live account being real. You've seen their live leaderboard? Nobody's on it. And the people that are on it have made, what, like 100,000 in their life? You know, you're talking to somebody that's making 5 or 10 mil a year. Like I sit here and I look at this and I go, oh, these guys are 100,000-aires. And then, you know, you go online and you spin how y'all are the best program. It's dangling a carrot of a lottery that you'll never win and trying to use that lottery prize as the reason they're the best. When mathematically, the Nobel Prize winning mathematician would agree that they're just scamming you with advertising, but the prize will never achieve. Clearly, the sim-funded payout, which is where most of you guys will be living your prop career, is the part you need to compare. That's the part where your prizes come from, not the live. And even if you make it to live, you've made tens, if not $50,000 of sim payouts along the way. The live is just a bonus. Take the money you've made and put it in your own trading account after you pay the taxes on it. And fund yourself. That's the real goal of prop trading. I teach you guys the real math of this stuff. Hopefully you guys are learning something here. Does this make sense, friends? I'm the mathematician of Wall Street. Does this make sense, everybody? Oh, we're here. Okay. My bad. Does that make sense, you guys? That makes sense, right? The math of this makes sense. Props are designed to squeeze you between payouts 1 and 2, like this. The probability exponentially rises that you make the payout. So this is payout 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it's even crazier than that. Okay, so if you were to draw the probabilities of prop payouts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The risk model of most prop firms, remember I'm a prop firm consultant, the risk model of most prop firms is to squeeze people out. And payouts like, it looks like that. Most people do not make it to payout 2. The biggest drop off, well, the biggest drop off is from payout 0 to 1. Most people don't make it to 1, but it kind of like does this and sort of curves and then drops like that. Basically, most people get squeezed and nobody makes payout 3. Only the superstar traders, the really lucky, make it to 3. Most of the prop firms are designed to squeeze you between payout 1 and 2. I'm going to break all your hearts right now. The math is designed to statistically get rid of just about everybody between payout 1 and 2. I'm kind of drawing that curve weird. So if people are saying, well, we're better because payouts 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are the best, they're scamming you. You don't get there. Statistically, you won't get there. And so the reason I don't like Top Step is because their advertising is fraudulent. I'm a mathematician. I'll take them to court over that if they care. You know, they're frauds. Point blank with marketing. Well, not really frauds. Let me say it better. They're misleading. We're better because of this. Well, you're actually not. Mathematically, you're not better. Mathematically, you're worse. And I'm a mathematician. I'll prove that in court. So you can't say you're better when you're not. And that's why I dislike Top Step. It's inappropriate marketing. Even when someone does better, they clamor and fight you like they're better. They were just the first, and the rules have become outdated. They have a monthly fee. Well, my funded futures, they have a monthly fee. Funded next, no monthly fee. Top Step, activation fee. My funded futures, no activation fee. Like, there's a lot of firms that have newer, more updated things. But they keep spinning like they're the best, and it kind of irks the influencers because people are smart and they're like, here's the math, and then you got the legions of like mouth breathing Neanderthals that are sucking on the system with that carrot dangled. Oh, one of these days that live account's going to be mine. I can't wait. Oh my God, one of these days I'm going to be that live trader. It's going to be me. It's gonna be me. And then it's never them. And they focus on the prize that's unachievable. I teach people the mathematics of what you need to focus on. Focus on the achievable prize, the thing that does make sense. Okay, let's start building some longs here. Looking good. I like what I see. Let's get the run, boys. Okay, let's get the whoosh fan going. Now the song we waited all morning to play it. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Have I heard of rain trading? Is that prop firm that was started by a bunch of Twitter influencers? I think I heard about it. It's like a real prop firm though, not like a sim prop firm. I think I heard about it. You pay money, and if you pass, they fund you or something. Is that Tom Dante or whatever? He's like some big Twitter influencer. I think he's the one that started that, right? I think it's like not a sim funded prop firm, but like a prop firm. Yeah, I think I've heard of it. Yeah, the guys that started were like a bunch of Twitter influencers that got together and made a real prop firm, and essentially like straight to live sort of thing. I've never looked at it though. I didn't hear about it. So I'm hearing Scott Trieste is an affiliate with another prop firm. Yeah, so collectively, the folks that are in the know, we don't even mention their name to not give them any traction. Yeah, the guy that made Fast Track is secretly involved in another prop firm. Yeah, we don't mention their name though. So the best way to give somebody the best way to defeat your enemies is to give them no spotlight. Make sure they're in the dark so nobody sees them. Yeah. I want you guys to never hear about it. I'm not even gonna mention the name. Am I live every day? Yes, sir. Axel. Yes, sir, bro. Here we go. Whoosh found every single time. All right, that's the A- setup. 80% chance we bounce. Finally breaking through. Oh, finally, press fucking green on the board. Blech. Oh my God. 80% a day should hold the bull zone bottom. Oh my word. Holy Jesus. This is a tough day, but you know what? We hold the fort, baby. My goal is just I can't blow up the PW account. That's it. I gotta win that thing. That's all that matters. Woo! I'm in the lead by 20,000 bucks as of 10:25 this morning. So Jack Deep is in second place. He's some guy I never heard of him before. He's been on Twitter for a little bit. He's been growing. He's actually been moving up the leaderboard in chunks, so I give him some props. He told me when he was in 6th place, he's like, Matt, I'm coming for you. Now he's in 2nd. That's my competition. Jag is about 20K behind me. He might get lucky. As of 10:30 this morning, no trades for him either. Yeah, he seems like a nice dude. I was looking at his Twitter. He seems to kind of have a good handle on trading. I don't know much. I didn't go further past like the first page, but he's a quality dude. I gave him a follow. Seems to be a nice fella. All right. It's that time again, guys.
Hi, my name is Dave, and I caught the dip again. I thought it was the low. It was just
All right, we got the lucky headband on. You made 8K on Bears on top alone. Oh. Rocket Scooter liquidity pockets are Matt's favorite trade. I had the word fave written right here. Guys, this is where we all come together as a group and hug it out. Listen to the lyrics of this song. It's about time. Oh, it's time. Has anybody made the full-length music video to this yet with AI? That's the thing that we're missing in our hearts, in our lives. Are you? Who here is part of the KCA club? It whispered lies. Twitter told me by the dip. Discord said volume's legit. I even saw Divergence, bro, I swear. The liquidation pings. Order filled, order filled. All right. What's your target right now? My target is hopefully hold above bull zone. And as long as resilience improves, should be fine to go up to here. My target now is at least, as long as it hovers here, back to there. 1.5 to 1 from here. This is a 2 to 1 from there. If we're above 65, market's absolutely crashing, so I'm out on this one. Technically, I should just take the scalp and close out, but I'm going to hold for the second run. This is about an 80% chance setup under the hedge pressure break conditions. Under normal ideal conditions, about 90%. This is like Matt's favorite trade, what I like to call it here in the chat. And I bought the dip. You have the scars to prove it. This song is your favorite from the Knife Catchers Anonymous. There you go. You can't handle the same music every single day. I mean, you know, I'm with you, bro. When I trade, I listen to like heavy metal music and I like to fucking rock out when I trade. I get it. But there's also a rule in radio is you can't have dead air. Quietness makes people feel awkward. Ready? Watch this. It feels weird, right? Am I creeping you guys out yet? Yeah, it looks like I'm frozen. It feels weird, right? So they have this thing as like in radio, no dead air. You always have to be moving or something, which is like why a bartender, like, you know, is always polishing glasses or something. Because if a bartender just stands there and stares at you when they don't have a drink to make, it's really weird. It's awkward. And so a rule of bartenders is you always need to be moving and doing something so you don't creep out the people. You're just sitting there like staring at people while they're drinking, you know? So we always have to have some kind of music playing. I know the same songs probably get old, but they're good luck. They make the market move. And you know, speaking of good luck songs, Eaton's gonna fucking hate me. I know it. But maybe he likes this song. You gotta like this song though. Come on, this is a good one. This is the winner of the songwriting contest. All right, let's turn this one red. Let's turn this one green, baby.
Rockets fast, scooters slow. Will we bounce?
Nobody knows. So liquidity pockets are one of the strongest setups you do have. The market, if its market's bullish, it's going to hold that pocket. That's why I got back in. I waited for that. A+. Let's get these boys green today. Hear my prayers. 'Cause 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 'c Monthly maps don't like it. Now this is the breakthrough and the test and the second go. So the thing I scribbled here is exactly what I expect to happen. Technically speaking, in all safety, I should take profit here, but I'm not bearish this market. I'm very bullish this market. DD ratio greater than half, check. SPY's below MHP, which isn't the best. And we're also, I didn't look at monthly maps today, but I'm assuming it's still bullish because it didn't fall too far. You love these pivots, Ro? Hell yeah, dude. We did our homework when we built this. Like I said, this is mathematician brain vomited onto a trading chart. Sir Darb says the music is part of the community now. It is what it is. We're all better for it. Every time Sir Darb writes a song, I get excited. These are all gems from these guys. Tech Trader, Rogan Lamb, T6. Speaking of, let's see if I got any new songs in the songwriting. So we have a song submission channel. You guys can submit a song. Mike, what the fuck, dude? Dude, okay. I know who that is. Dude. Is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is? Is that the garden gnome? Order filled. Okay. All right, we got to hear it. Hold on, we gotta grace our presence. We writing a song about Lance Blurbstein, whatever the fuck his name is. Oh my god. Matt Brettstein. Burt Turdstein. Branson Lightstein. Lance No Eyes. Lance Brownstein. He looks like that scene with Neo with his eyes patched up. He can see the candles without being able to see. If he had magic powers, right? He can just see the Matrix even though he's blind. Lost my eyes in a trading accident. Oh, that's incredible. Y'all are too much, man. What am I gonna do with you guys? Lance Berenstein, from the Berenstein Lances, the kids book that we. All right, so that's I don't usually chase into bull break like that. So what I do is I'm going to take profit and buy one more time on the bounce. So let me clean that out. All right, let's take some profit on these guys. All right, if it supports the bounce, I'll jump in on a second trade. That is so funny. TRS made some songs. Brian F makes a lot of good songs too. TRS writes a lot of good songs. Lance Brain Strain. Y'all have so many funny names for this guy. Lance Poop Stain. Yeah, the Slightly Robot. We played that one yesterday. That one's pretty good. Mad Lance has made 100 million more than he has, and he's been trading for way longer. Oh, he's totally made $100 million. Just trust him, bro. I believe it. I totally trust him. There's no way anybody on the internet would ever lie. Last time I made $100 million, I decided to go sell a $1,000 trading course because I needed an extra $1,000 for a day's worth of work. For some reason, I needed a job as a salesman. That's what when I make $100 million, my first thought is, I need a job. I wonder if I can be a salesman on Twitter. because $100 million is not enough. I'd like to make $1,000 more. And Jeff Bezos is about to open a fucking lemonade stand too. You know what I mean? Sure. I trust him. He's absolutely real. Shake him. I've seen it, bro. I got your back. I've seen your $1 trillion. I've absolutely seen it. It's real. Oh, let me update the P&L. My bad, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Hello? 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 Hi.
Good morning, this is Sarah calling you from Health and Welfare Department. How are you doing today?
From the Health and Welfare Department, I'm not doing so great.
Why is that? May I know the reason?
The Health and Welfare Department of America or from India?
Please.
What? No, are you from America? Oh. You're calling from the Health and Welfare Department. I don't think America has that department. Actually, I wasn't being racist. That's what she said. She's like, you don't have to be racist. And I was like, no, but I was asking, the call was from Wisconsin. I love India. Indian people are my favorite people. I own a company in India. Indian's my favorite kind of food. I just asked if you were from India. Do we have a health and welfare department? Oh my gosh. Okay. I hate people that do that too. It's when you just ask which country. This is such a woke fucking world. No, to ask which country you're from is not a racist comment. What the fuck are wrong with people? Like, people are proud of their country and heritage. There's nothing. I just asked if that's where you're from. You didn't sound like you're from America, my friend. Sound like a call center in India. Apparently I was right. Why did you not redeem it? Oh my gosh. I say nothing poor about the Indian people. They are wonderful people. All right. I was hoping to get a business loan. That's why I answered the calls. Or actually, I was hoping to get a discount on my final expenses. Okay, wait, what do you guys want me to play? Don't call the Aussies Kiwis. No, you call New Zealanders. They're the Kiwi. That's New Zealand, right? You can call me a hillbilly, redneck, Texan. I love it. I can tell you that's racist. I don't give a fuck. I think that's funny. I'm a country Texas boy. I'm not as country as my brother. My brother is a completely like, shit kicking Texan. He talks like this when he talks. My brother sounds like that. You can call me whatever. I don't care. Aussies don't like being called Kiwis. I thought my friends from New Zealand was like, they call each other Kiwis or whatever. You need an East Texas accent? Here's the East Texas accent. Hey, cousin Matthew. So good to see you. It's my Uncle Joe. Oh, I saw you guys. My Uncle Joe, which is my dad's uncle, had his like 70th birthday party or whatever out in East Texas in a town called Mount Enterprise, which is a city they live in, which is population like 200, 300 people. My cousins Jason and Joe Darrell. I literally had a cousin named Joe Darrell. Like Ricky Bobby. That ain't making fun of a fake thing. They really give themselves names like Joe Darrell. It's about as East Texas of a name as you can get. And they'd show up at Christmas time when we'd see them. They'd come visit. And like Jason be wheeling Joe Darrell in a wheelchair. He'd been like a body cast with his arm up like this and thing wrapped around his neck and like this. They go, what happened to you, man? Oh, I got trampled by a bull, man. Like, what happened? Oh, motherfucker broke 12 of my ribs, man. They used to do amateur rodeos in like people's backyards out in the country, amateur bull riding, and get their asses trampled. They'd all show up with like broken limbs and broken arms, and dude, I had such a cool family. I have a family of scholars. I got a family of bull riders. My brother was a professional baseball player. My uncle was a semi-pro, he's a pro hockey player. My other uncle was a semi-pro surfer, and then I got country bull riders. I mean, we kind of do a little bit of everything, and I was the weird mathematician of the family. So, you know, we have a whole bunch of talent in all kind of ways. But yeah, Jason Jadrell show up every single Christmas. One of them's in a cast, the other one's pushing the other in on a wheelchair. It was always the running joke of the family, like, who's going to show up injured this time? Oh yeah, they're great. I'm just poking fun at my country heritage here, but they're actually the nicest people in the world. Just the nicest, sweetest, kindest people. The East Texas country folks are just like simple folks, very kind, very calm, very family oriented. Yeah, super nice folks. Wide exit along. I'm waiting for a test of bull zone. There's really no reason to exit along other than to be careful. Oh, sorry. Let me update my little screenshot here. Sorry about that. I managed to get my funded next accounts finally green, which is good. I just exited this one. I'm keeping everything else open though. So my PW account is down $500. I managed to get my funded next green. This one I just got out because this one is down about $3,000. Remember, it's down like almost 4. So I dug that one out of the hole. Now I'm gonna trim. Now I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna grab the one more bull zone bottom trade at the bottom. Lance poop stain. That's so funny. When I gained that 120k payout and funded next, I got a while to go. Give me like a month because I have to make 200 to get it, or 30 trading days, which is 6 weeks of trading. So it's going to take me about 2 months total to get there. So I got a little bit of time. I want to get the biggest payout in funded next history. That's what I'm aiming for. So I'll be swinging for the fences with some of these accounts. Without your P&L, there it is. So I managed to get like my one Tradeify account that's on the screen. The one I was trading here is down. So this one actually is down a little bit. I'm going to work this one a little higher today. That bull zone hold is actually pretty decent. So let me go ahead and take the risk here, this consolidation. It's not touching the bull zone. Should be all right. So let me go and take this here. That weird VIX though was kind of weirding me out. Let me make sure I'll long in a couple of more places. Get some longs on the board here. Longs on the board. All right, so we're going to Bucky's. When the Bucky's, they whip out the brisket and they go chops on the board. You ever go to Bucky's? You ever go through Texas and been to a Bucky's before? It's a gas station the size of a Walmart. You're huge. No, I haven't done the giveaway yet. Sorry, my bad. I'll do it in just a second. Normally, I do the giveaway about 10:30, but I'm in the middle of trading, so we got to focus first. When it calms down, I'll do the giveaway. Bucky's great, man. Literally, you go to Bucky's, you can get like tens of thousands of snacks, a brisket sandwich, case of beer. You can buy a fucking canoe, like a, you know, whatever you want, they got it. I think I saw an aisle full of 1984 Buicks. You can get a car. They got a little bit of everything there. And Bucky's is huge convenience store. It's like the biggest convenience store in the world. Size of a Walmart. You get in and it just walks from one side to the other. They sell everything there. Every time you go on a road trip in Texas, you got to stop at a Buc-ee's. You got to go to the snacks. You got to get yourself some beef jerky, some fudge, chopped brisket sandwich. It's tradition. They're actually starting to roll out outside of Texas. So I hear people in like outside of Texas getting Buc-ee's. I think I heard there's some in like Florida and stuff. Yeah, the beaver nuggets. Oh, the beaver nuggets are good, man. They're like, what was that cereal that they were like? They're like the corn puffs covered in like sugar, basically. World's cleanest bathroom. Buc-ee's bathroom is like an engineering marvel. It is a bathroom line of 50 people that never stops moving. It's like a slow conveyor. You get at the back of that line and within a minute you're at the stall and you walk into the stall. It's like clean. It's like after you take a leak, there's a guy that comes behind you and like cleans everything up. The bathroom is meticulous. The bathroom attendants are like meticulously good at keeping that place clean. I'll tell you, I would eat something off the floor on a Buc-ee's bathroom. It's that clean. I'm not kidding. It's actually a meme how clean it is. Yeah, it's like super golden crisp. Yeah, kind of like those, but I think those are like the rice puffs. There's the corn puff ones. No, not honey. What the hell was it called? I always forget. Arkansas is getting a Buc-ee's. Cool. Let's avoid eating off the bathroom floor. Kirsten's like, bleh. I wouldn't really eat off the bathroom floor. Unless it was something, unless I dropped a steak. If I dropped a steak, like $100 steak on a Buc-ee's bathroom floor, I wouldn't waste $100. I'm not gonna lie. It's a clean fucking bathroom. I'm just kidding, I'm not that redneck. Pops, that's what it was. Pops, that was the cereal. Daniel Baker, yeah. So beaver nuggets are just like corn pops. I remember, gotta have my pops. I remember the commercials from when I was a kid. I gotta have my pops. All right, finally that PW account's finally fucking green today. Thank you. All right, let's take it. Let's get that up to at least hedge pressure today. It'd be kind of nice. Back up to the top, let's roll it. VIX is coming down pretty quick, which I'd like to see. That's good. VIX is still above contango midpoint, which is weird. Again, I'm not like super excited about a day like this today. This could just be one of those stupid days like we had the other day. But VIX above 1718 still a thing. Lucky headband's working though. The whoosh fan's working. I know. Favorite trade setup here to here. I always go to here, I close out, then I wait, then I get back in. Once it develops to show support here, declining volume, advancing candles means the algos are tracking the stocks, which are good. And resilience is tailing up just a little bit on NASDAQ, which means some of the tech stocks are getting a bump, which is good. No major news today, I think, to really pull this down. But again, anything can happen. If the velocity starts speeding up and this shit starts dying again, then I might just go ahead and dump out of it. Today, sector ETF, let's roll this. Materials down, staples down, comms. Look, comms are great. Consumer discretionary are great. Tech is great. So today's rally definitely fueled by tech. If tech is doing good, the market's going to move. If the rotation is into tech, as long as tech stays fine, market's not going to crash. And I don't think we have any kind of announcements today other than Fed speakers. Actually, today is Thursday, right? Shit, if I win this BDH tournament, I'm going to go to the BDH sometime. I wonder when I get to schedule that because I'm so busy. Might just go out there for a day or something. What's the need? Pat wants you to go out there for like a week, a day. 30-year auction this afternoon. Yeah, that is one thing. Hang in there, bull zone. Don't die on me today. I forgot to let you guys know I got like I'm being very close to my Tradeify live account and making me go the full 80K to get payouts. I've got 65K in payouts. I took a couple of payouts last week. I forgot to tell you guys about it. I forget to advertise those payouts. I'm the world's worst influencer to forget to brag. I'm almost there. Pat will want to hire me. He won't want to hire me. He'll have to give it to the second best person. There's no job I'll be able to ever take. I would be honored though, but he needs to pay the hotel for me. I can afford my own hotel. I need a payout. I can't afford my hotel. These code pusher and influencers. I can't believe people still follow that person. Like texting Pat, hey, look, I can't cover the incidental on this. I don't have $5,000 for this hotel. Person out there parading as a successful trader, man, doesn't have $5,000 to pay a hotel. Like, and people, I can't believe how forgiving people are. Like, if I was following somebody and I found out they were broke and posing as a trader, I wouldn't give them a chance. You're being so mean to that person. Fuck yeah, everybody should be mean to a person trying to lead traders and educate traders and stuff and be a voice when you don't have the background to do it. This woke America bullshit. Oh, you're being so mean. Why don't y'all stop being mean to this person? We should collectively be mean to people that you find out are bamboozling folks. It ain't like, oh, it's okay, they deserve to be here. Be nice to them. This is Wall Street, man. Not mean, but truthful. Stop being mean to point out, something people should know. This is the world of most people just parading and influencing. Your wealth is on the line. Like, your net worth is on the line. Your money's on the line. That's always people. My quote is, this is Wall Street. This ain't Sesame Street. We're not here to like be all inclusive. Like, oh, everybody belongs. Let's hug it out. Oh, a group hug everybody. Let's go stop. Oh, don't be mean to them. Come on. Oh, they deserve to be here. No, they fucking don't deserve anything. This is a world, Wall Street's a world where you earn your keep. If you had earned it, the people that earned it are going to be pretty vicious towards you. I don't know. You guys are betting your net worth on somebody being legit. How would you feel if somebody turned around and was like, oh, I thought the person was a millionaire trader, and yet they're living paycheck to paycheck? You would feel sort of tricked. In general. Oh, Pat had that girl in that contest. Some like a loud influencer who's loud, bragging all the time, loud all the time. But it turns out she's texting Pat saying she couldn't afford her hotel bill and was worried he wasn't going to pay it. And used the words, I'm broke until next payout. These are the people out there pushing affiliate codes and trying to influence you to buy prop firms. They themselves are not making money either. And I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just reiterating the news. I'm a reporter. But if people like that, I would be scared to even ever listen to somebody that I found out wasn't really good at this, because my money's on the line. I want to learn from people that are good at this, not people that are loud at this. That's the difference. I'm smarter than most people though, so maybe I'm the only person that cares like that. Maybe y'all do too. But I want to learn from people that are doing well at this. That's it. And, well, people were criticizing Pat for like, why are you being mean to her? He's like, why wouldn't you be? He's different than I am. He's pretty vicious, but he's like, why wouldn't you be? And I'm like, that's very true. Like, why wouldn't, not mean, but you're not like he's like making fun of her and stuff. I wouldn't do that. But I mean, I would immediately, I used to follow that girl. I unfollowed her because of it. I was like, oh, she had me fooled. I thought she was a good trader. Turns out she's just a good influencer. Nothing personal. She seems like a sweet girl, but I only follow people whose feed is going to benefit my trading knowledge and advice and understanding of markets and stuff. So I unfollowed her. And I was like, oh, she's just a new trader trying to make a buck influencing. I was like, unfollow. Where am I at in the tournament? As of now, I'm in first place, Chef. Still in first. Wish me luck. Here we go. Let's get that bounce here. Start the A+. Don't die today, market. Well, and again, you guys, it's my job to educate you, and it's not my job to pick fights with people. So I don't care who I roll through. My trading results stand on their own. I don't care if anybody likes or hates me or supports me, doesn't support me. I've grown to where I am by just showing trades. That's it. I don't really sell too hard. I don't know. Maybe I should just get back to being 1 on this one. I know I grabbed 2, but popping back in the zone here. All right. In about a second, I'm going to choose to close this out or not. I don't want to hold through a pocket break. If the market breaks pocket, this is a crash today. Keep my losses kind of tiny here if I can. Do I modify my stop loss during a trade? Never. Never. When I commit to a stop, I never change it. My stop is always a certain distance off of my last entry. Shouldn't we bounce here? Technically speaking, yes. This is, if we bounce, it bounces from here. We should be good. If it does bounce. So we'll see. I say, shouldn't we bounce? The market's random, right? But the probability is good. Probability is decent. So here's to hoping. Now again, if it starts to pull back and volume starts increasing and declines, this is a bad sign. This is not a good sign to see volume increasing and declines. It means stocks are selling and the indexes, I'm sorry, stocks and the index are both selling. So I don't want to see this volume growing into declining candles. I want to see this volume growing into advancing candles. So this is where I watch a tick chart. So I can see that. Again, if the market crashes out today, then when the market dies today, what I like to do is get a nice little 25 tick chart on NASDAQ or S&P, whatever I'm watching. And I like to watch the candles just appear horizontally. Big orders will spit a lot of candles this way. Small orders will just tick up and down on a 25. So the corresponding large volume on the 1 minute candle, I want to see if that pushes, the candles push this way, green or red for big orders. So I watch a tick chart. It's my way of watching order flow. I don't go buy fancy order flow software. I'm so old school and do it this way. So once the orders start going this way, then I know that's a big deal. See how that one just dumped with low volume? That's just tracking. If it dumps with high volume, then that's a break and the market's dead. So I got my finger on the button. I'll lose probably about $700 or $800 and I'll pull the plug again to get this one close to about 4,000 and I'll just call it. Normally I let myself lose about 4,000 on these accounts and then I just don't trade them anymore. This, the last one I'm working on is this one. This one's taken like a bunch of loss to stay on the stream. So today broke through all my long pivots. So not the greatest, but we'll see. So what I'm watching is the volume here grow. And I want to see as the candles move horizontal, like a big order will have a lot of candles move this way. Like you'll see them all just spit up really quick. And I want to see if that's big or if that's into decline or advance. That's how I watch it. It's like an old school way to do it. But it's very effective because I'm actually gauging the market from the speed of the candles. Oops. So I'll let you guys see kind of how I do it. It's not getting a strong bounce here, and we should get one. I am probably just going to pull the plug on this. See how they're starting to like cascade up to the right? Crazy thing is I'm at my daily limit, so I don't want to lose much more than 4,000. Even if I'm at 4,000, I'll stop taking the ESTs. This market die today. That kind of sucks. I don't like losing bear zone or bull zone. So basically what I do is I wait for it to go, then it comes here, then I take one more stab at it. Come on, get back above the bull zone. We got to get you up there. I think I'm just gonna call this one. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. All right, I'm done. All right, I'm gonna sit on this one again. That's not gonna work. Weird day today. Tomorrow NFP will be along, probably. I'm done with this one. I'm just gonna work on the handful of funded next accounts I still have room to go, and I'm working on Pat's account. So that's weird that we didn't get any kind of, and it might actually rip from here, which should be fine. But it is what it is. All right, I'm done with that. Okay. I can't really blow that up, so I'm gonna be careful with the contest account. As of right now, I'm still in first place, which is good. All right, Lucky Bandana, you bring me no luck today. All right, so giveaway. Y'all ready for this? Breaking through A plus pivots. This is one of the rare days this happens. Okay. All right. My Fun to Futures time, baby. Let me double check SPY really quick. Type MFFU in chat, guys. Enter the giveaway. That is just so interesting. A day like this is very odd. I think it should support and hold. I don't really fear this, but I have my risk management. I can't go beyond my limits, so I have to do what I'm supposed to do to stay the course. Guys, don't forget, My Fun to Futures scale accounts can now give you $6,000 payout after 5 days before split. It used to be $150, or $1,500. It's a limited time only. My Fun to Futures scales have completely upped their game to be 4 times the amount of payout for the short time only. So make sure you use code Rocket Scooter to grab that. Let me get you guys a huge discount on those. Type in My Fun to Futures in chat to enter the giveaway, you guys. Man, I am hungry. I don't have an iDoc bringing me breakfast anymore. She left me. Shouldn't come back till Friday. Yeah, weird day today. Glad I pulled the plug. Unusual. So all the high probability stuff is, you see how when I'm trading, and I'm trading from the right place, there's the volume there, the volume there. But even though the market's random, I can keep my losses tight, even if I get it wrong. This is a very unusual day today. I could take the EST long off of this. This is a good long setup from here, by the way. Again, second time. But as if we break that, then this damn market's crashing today. So this could be a big crash day. Not usual at all for this to be happening. All right, so let's buy the dip one more time in my fund and next. Guess some of them still have some room to move here. All right, wish me luck. That declining candle into advancing volume. Not the greatest setup for a bull side, but we always buy EST every single time, right? The dip. So EST, baby, every single time. Type in MFFU in chat, friends. She's brutal today. Man, I got so excited, dude, to see like A pluses all sitting here. You're going to see like a couple days out of the month, you get these days where the market just shifts below it and then it just happens. Type in MFFU in chat, y'all. I'm going to chill here for a minute. Wait for y'all to get those entries in there. Enter the contest, type MFFU in chat. My bad. I'm talking. I'm muted. Hey, sorry about that, guys. I was muted. No, I was trying to tell a story. IDOC was texting me. Hold on one second. Get that MFFU typed in. Sometimes I mute when I burp or fart or something. Got to unmute. Sorry, I was reading Twitter. Okay. So I was reading Twitter. Somebody had sent something on Twitter. So apparently that Rena girl that was on Pat's show is kind of going off the wall right now on Twitter. You guys like the bullying or whatever, or not the bullying, I guess, but the whatever happened on that show has really gotten to her. She's talking about donating money to suicide prevention and relapsing back into alcoholism. Look, this is why I tell you guys about Wall Street. You know, prayers for her as a human being. You know, that's not good. Wall Street is not designed for everybody. I've seen Wall Street take people to dark places. That's why I speak so truthful about practice. That's why when I talk about the Lances and the bullshit artists that sell you $1 million, $100 million trading stories, you may seem like it's harmless, but you know what isn't harmless? The person that buys into it and loses everything. I always tell a story whenever I got laid off as an engineer, right? That was at home, and a buddy of mine was like talking about trading, and he's like, yeah, no, man, I made $10,000 today trading stocks. And I was like, wait, you made $10,000 today, like in one day? It's like, oh yeah, dude, it's penny stock. It's like it goes up so quick. I always saw that story, right? I've only told the end of that story a couple of times in my original boot camps. My friend who got me into trading blew his brains out with a shotgun. It was a very weird funeral when people didn't know he was trading. I don't finish that story all the time. But that is the end of that story, and it's very heartbreaking. And what happens is that he's lost all his money in a pump and dump. He lost everything. And he ended up losing everything. And people don't understand the ultimate cost of trading, as morbid as this is you can lose everything. And I mean everything. And people take it so lightly. And when you're pointing out somebody's fraudulent or somebody's broke or somebody's whatever, it's like, okay, some people take responsibility to inform the public of what the real costs are. If you've been trading long enough, you've seen the despair, you've seen the dark places people go. I'm not just talking shit about other frauds and affiliates out there that are trying to bamboozle you guys. I'm literally protecting your lives because I've seen people kill themselves in this state. Wall Street and losing money in gambling can take people to very dark places, especially when they lose everything, especially when they get scammed. And I'm fighting for your life and you don't know it. So when you're like, why are you so hard on these other people or whatever? Why is Pat so mean to people? It's mostly for show, but in reality, be glad there's people that do that. You don't know you're in the dark place until you've lost everything. And then what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Mental health is a very, very problematic thing. And the last thing I want to see you guys do is get bamboozled by some like algorithmic emoji drawing salesman promising you the moon and saying, trust me, bro. And there's a legion of people that are like, trust me, bro. I stand up and fight against that so you guys can see you can do it too. Like, the only person that was questioning Lance Poopstain's $100 million claim, you know what he ended up doing? Made a response video. It affected him so much. He made a response video and said, well, actually, I quit trading because it's stressful. I quit trading a long time ago. That's why I teach. And I go, that's why we ask questions. There's the truth. You don't really trade anymore. You hit a grand slam 10 years ago, and now you're riding on that like you're some expert. That's the real truth. Thank you for admitting it. And I'm like, I'll take the heat so you guys can feel courageous. Like, I'm the guy, when the guy carrying the flag as the troops are marching gets killed, I pick up the flag and run so you guys all get inspired to do the same thing. Hey, no, this guy's trying to sell me something. But no, Matt was even questioning a market wizard. Yes, you are allowed to question everything. And I inspire people because what's at risk is everything. People have everything to lose. Does PW take it too far with his jokes and all? Not really. I mean, it's Wall Street, dude. Like, in this pussy ass world we live in, people might think that's mean, but like the memes of Wall Street of like, you know, cocaine sniffing Wall Street bros that are ruthless to each other is really what Wall Street's like. It's like the fuck you, I'm rich, I'm gonna stomp all over your ashes world. You have to be tough, and you have to be tough on people because that's the world that they're living in. This is a world that will chew you up and spit you out homeless and not even give you a quarter to eat. Like, that's the world, and you can't take Wall Street lightly. And I know Pat's hard on people, but I feel like more people need to be hard on people, because that sort of like Robin Hood era of trading has made this like a pussified world we live in, where everybody's a bunch of pussies and they want to hug it out. No, there's such a nice person. No, fuck all of that, dude. This is shark eat shark world. We're the old school traders, and we'll tell you that the Gen Z app trading, everybody's a trader, everyone's influencer world seems like a bunch of pussies to me. My era is a bunch of sharks who will just chew through that and spit you out. And so I want to make sure that people understand what's really a cost. One of my best friends from high school lost his life. I did let Pickle out. He's out running around, by the way. Karuba, you're the first winner. Type in something in chat. Let's give away 10 really quick. And so I tell you guys to be on guard, to be ruthless, to don't just let people feel like, don't just feel sorry for people. Don't just be friendly with people because they're nice. This is a world of nice. Everyone on Twitter is trying to make a buck from you. Everybody on Twitter could care less if you're broke as long as they make a little bit extra. They're going to pay their Lambos off of the checkbooks of hundreds of broken people. This is the secret to influencers on Twitter. For every Lambo you see is one person that blew their brains out because they spent their money when they gave it to them for courses or whatever. And you don't ever stop and think about that. You don't see the other side of the losing part of that trade. The influencer that made tens of millions of dollars selling dreams. How many other dreams were broken so he can live his, you know? Somebody says, that's why I respect me and Alpine and Bugatti and Nutty. Yeah, these guys go out there and just trade, and they're honest about what they do. Alpine, yeah, I like all these guys. And Nutty, they're not out there trying to sell you on something they're not. They're like, this is what I do. You can watch me do it. And I have big respect for all those guys. Even Pat puts it out there and lets you see what he's doing. These are people that I think, you know, the world needs more of, because you can question if I'm good or bad, but you can at least see it, right? And I'm not even telling a story. I'm just like, watch it, judge for yourself. And I just think that's important. But dude, I'm watching Twitter right now. Rena's going ham. If y'all are friends with her or whatever, she sounds like she needs somebody to talk to right now. I don't know the girl, so I don't have anything to say. Like, in the friend sense, I might just go ask how she's doing. But do me a favor, guys. You know, she seemed like she's in a dark place right now. Go ask how she's doing. That's one thing you want to do. If you see somebody in a dark place, ask how they're doing. Ask how they're feeling. That's very important. I don't know. No, people were sending me stuff. People tend to love to just fill my inbox with stuff. Okay, did you see this? Because I was talking about it. Somebody from this chat sent me something. Hey, check this out. So that's how I knew. Yeah, that was on Twitter. Who knows? But apparently, whatever happened on that show really got to her. Well, hope she's okay. But still, though, you know, no sympathy towards trading and trading performance. You know, that's a separate issue. A human person, yeah, we're all humans. We're lovely people. And we care about each other. You know, hope she's doing well as a person. Out of time. Let's give away 10 My Fund and Futures accounts today. How's that sound? 10? Did I say 10? These are going to be, I'll give you guys some of the new scales. And don't forget, guys, Beat the Beast is going on right now with My Fund and with Elite Trader Funding. If you can see the post I made, it's got the information about the contest. Out of time. winner number 4. And today we'll give away a bunch more My Funded Futures in the afternoon and a bunch more rapid accounts later. Let me give you all these things here. My Funded Next are starting to pick up some steam here. Let's go. I could trade this one out, but once I limit myself, I limit myself. Machado, winner number 5. Yeah. I'm going to start trimming down some of these really quick. Just trimming. Locking in some of that. Oops. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Good skin on that one. Very good, very good, very good. All right. A couple more. I didn't hoping it wasn't going to crash. Dude, Rock Scooter liquidity pockets, baby. EST, did you guys take that one or what? I grabbed it in all the accounts, including Pat's contest account, with the exception of the one Tradeify I could still work on today is at my max loss limit. I don't go beyond 4,000. I don't trade any further. I go ahead and I'm done with that one. All right, PW's account, that's good. Pierre Joseph. You want to buy funded account from which firm? Bull to the bullish. I would say Funded Next is really good for new traders. The Rapid is a good place to start. My Funded Futures Core is a great place to start. ETF Static is a good place to start for absolute beginners. These are the easier of all the accounts. Am I on the leaderboard? Still number 1? Still number 1. Update this morning. Still number 1. ESG every single time. But yeah, since we are lovely people, if you guys are friends with Rena, please go ask her how she's feeling. She talking about suicide prevention and stuff, as somebody said, or posting about it. Draw. ESD every single time. The battle cry. Right. Okay, just trimming and taking a little profit once I've locked some of this in, trimming that down a little bit. Holding on to some runners to let it ride back up to target. All right. Yes, take every single time. My job in this industry is to train a bunch of warriors. I want you guys to all walk out there like me, question everything, ask for proof of everything. Don't be part of pussy Gen Z Wall Street. Be part of 80s Wall Street, 90s Wall Street, where you had to be ruthless and tough, and don't be fooled by anything. Ask the right questions, ask the right data. When you're learning a new strategy, do the right homework. I mean, I'm going to teach you guys how to be warriors in this. The reason the boot camp gets like thousands of like raving 5-star reviews is because I train people on the real path you need to take here. You need to be strong, you need to be solid, you need to have your emotions in check. If you go woke, you will go broke. How do you make sure my name is in the pool for the spends? All you have to do is type MFFU Jason. That's it. Did you win a second time? I swear I just saw the same a little bit ago. Brother. Do we get the second bounce and go? That's the next question. All right, I've trimmed everything down to a couple runners here. That second bounce should be the one that goes. Let's let him ride. Out of time. Did you win twice? Let's go. You did win twice, didn't you? Did you win twice? You won twice. Yes, you did. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 3 more to go. And after I close out these trades in this giveaway, I'm gonna go slide Pickle outside, make sure he's not tearing shit up downstairs. Can somebody come over and make me breakfast? I can't feed myself without iDoc. Where's my avocado toast today? Somebody help, I'm hungry. Somebody said there's a trader in the UK who tragically took their own life. You can never fully understand what these individuals are going through. It's tough. And it's hard to think about it, you know. That's why I teach people risk management. I teach you not to gamble. I teach you to keep things in check. I teach you to do position sizing. Position sizing small. Keep your stuff in check. I teach you how to handle these hard emotions. I've been through all of that. It doesn't take them off the list. You can win twice for the giveaways. There's no stopping that. Does GC have the same probabilities and win rates? It's assumed yes. We don't have a back test on that, but with stocks and equities and everything, this is based on options hedging, so the probability should be similar. We just assumed that we've actually never done a gold back test, but you're welcome to be the person that does it. All of our stuff is based on the principles of options and options hedging. It should be universally similar across all instruments. No, you don't need to type it every time, Hussam. You just need to type it one, buddy. Just one time. The hedge pressure resilience. Support in the bull zone. But in 2016 and 2017, when I started trading on YouTube, it was actually like a competitive sport. Taekwon, bud, you didn't say nothing. It was a competitive sport to hunt down paper traders, and people had fun doing it. They'd have witch hunts, they'd have podcasts, they'd call people out, and the community would ruthlessly execute somebody who was caught lying about their trading. And now in the world of prop influencing, everyone's a paper trader. This is sim funded on my screen. Sim funded is paper trading that pays out. But in the world now, everyone's paper trading and sim funded trading. And this is the world we live in now. So now it's become easier for a ton of people to bamboozle folks because used to, if you weren't really trading a real account with a real account number, people would literally crucify you in public. Nowadays, it's the commonplace that paper traders run massive communities, and it's just, hey, I'm, multimillionaire trader, blah, blah, blah. And they're not really. We can't let our guard down and let the abundance of COVID era paper influencers change the narrative of how, Taekwon did say something, but I didn't see it. Okay, I think that's 10. Weird, it didn't pick it up. Okay, so here's the winners today. I got you, bud. Okay, I think that's 10. All right, y'all can stop typing now. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10. Okay, y'all. Winners, congrats. No more typing. Here's how you claim the prize, you guys. Hold on. Sheba? Sharon? Taekwon? Yeah, that's weird, bud. That didn't say that. Sometimes the bot doesn't pick it up till the next spin. Elvin Garcia? I'm glad you got it, bud. Out of time. ×2. Dark Vibes. Machado. Vamos Trade. OR Trades. Karuba. Suyatha. All right. We're going to give you guys my funded futures scale accounts from the new lot they're going to give me. What you guys need to do, if you won today's contest, you need to go to my Discord. The link is in the description below. Join my Discord, by the way. Ton of cool community channels in there as well. The Discord is also for people that use the Rockseater platform. So you'll see there's a lot of things that are locked if you don't have access to the platform, but the community events are open. Join the Discord, go to the contest channel. We have a ton of contests all the time, giveaways, contests, whatever. Contest channel, you'll find an admin named Slack. So you have an hour to message him, tell him you won the contest. He knows it's you. Send a screenshot of your YouTube ID from inside your account. Have an account with My Funded Futures and give him your email address. Those two things will guarantee that you get your account from My Funded Futures probably by tomorrow. Matt, I'm muted. Shut up. Y'all are so funny. Tell the bot X2 doesn't mean they can win twice. LOL. Are these levels for normal stocks in Rocket Scooter A? Yes, they are. Let me pull up a random stock. Apple. Apple has the same sort of levels here. Hedge pressures and liquidity maps and diagram here that goes through it. Yes, sir. It's all gamma exposure levels. Actionable gamma exposure. Just picking random stocks. Tesla at a liquidity pocket. MHP. Tesla's got bull support all right here. Google, just like S&P, broke MHP, and you can see MHP, just like I show you guys. MHP is predictable high volume. You see how Google's volume spiked as we broke through it. Yeah. Now, just a little disclaimer here. We don't buy 100% of the market volume for equities data. We just use it as reference volume. So you might see the candles are a little empty on stocks is because we're a futures trading group. But it's still the same data. We just pay a little bit less because we're not stock traders. We save tens of thousands of dollars a month buying the reference data instead. It's just to be about where price is, not exactly every candle. So as a stock trader, you're going to want to copy these data points onto your platform that will have the full amount of data. We used to have 100% of the volume, but then it was a huge expense for us and nobody really looked at the stock charts anyway. So just a disclaimer for that. Futures Trader 420. What's up, buddy? Told a member of your Discord about you and your platform before I even finished explaining it all to her, and she went subscribe to the platform. LOL. Oh, that's hilarious, man. By the way, your last couple of songs are pretty dope. I remember I was listening to them the other day. The You Got Banned song, that was pretty dope. I gotta go check up on Pickle in a second. Can you use Rocket Scooter for the German DAX? Christian, no. Unfortunately, we only use Rocket Scooter on things we can buy options data for. And the DAX or any other, any Europe or Asian exchanges don't sell options data like the US does. I can't buy options data. If I ever could find an options data supplier globally, I could make the same stuff for European stocks, German stocks, Asian stocks. And that is a dream of mine, to have around the clock liquidity maps for global traders. And so trust me, if that data starts becoming available, as I shopped years ago, it wasn't. It could change and come back. But if it does, I'll absolutely will make it. It's a no. It's not hard to get that stuff done. I just need to get the data feeds. So what's the relationship of MHP and the gamma flip point market athletes? Yeah, so we're a better version of all of that. See, the difference is gamma flip typically will look at, let me get my drawing tool. Gamma flip is something every other platform kind of like copies each other's math. All it is looking at the straight gamma exposure of all open interest, which I subscribe to the idea that that's a useless data point. It's helpful sometimes, not helpful other times. What we do, it's different. Your traditional spot gammas and all those other things out there will take every option, expiration and price, and plug it into an algorithm that will basically say the OI times the gamma to find gamma exposure, for instance, right? And they'll come up with some kind of like histogram that looks like this across all prices, and there's your gamma, like whatever, and then they'll say, oh, well, there's your gamma flip point is here, and they'll show you like, and that's the point where the gamma flips. But they're using every option. What Rocket Scooter does is different, and this is what sets us apart and makes these things highly actionable, is that we only pull out like a certain some of those options. We don't look at all of them. We pull out only the options that we think belong to market makers. This red candle's a little more alarming here. We only pull out the data we believe belongs to market makers, options that are guaranteed to be hedged against. See, if you go out there today and you buy SPY 800 calls that expire tomorrow, nobody's hedging against them because we'll never get there. So that call is completely useless to the calculation. However, your gamma flip will incorporate that as part of its calculation. And all of the errors like that pile up make the gamma flip points not necessarily super accurate. What we look for is the gamma flipping on just where market makers risk is. Our algorithm filters out the options and only plucks where the dealer interest is. And then from that dealer interest, then we find the flip point. Gamma flip monthly hedge pressure is gamma flip of dealers. The max gamma exposure of dealers only. Great question, though. That's the main difference. So the dealers are guaranteed to hedge their position in neutral. They're guaranteed to provide volume. Proof that our flip point is the actionable point, the correct actionable point, is when you touch it, there's high volume. And you will see this 100% of the time. People have been here long enough to be able to confirm this is accurate. You see this big volume spike here? At exactly 67.95, that's how good our stuff is. That is the gamma flip. On monthly options, that's the big one. That's positive and that's negative. So once you flip to the other side, it creates chaotic, spotty, crazy sell-off volume, as you're seeing right now, and a lot of extra volatility. When you flip through the gamma at 852 from our levels, you can see how the volatility kind of goes a little crazy. Also, you'll be able to see on the VIX chart, I haven't even looked at it, so I just know from routine. It's so routine that I can just show you. At that moment in time, right here, at exactly 8:51 a.m. Central, do you notice something different about the VIX? Really quick. Literally 8:51 is right here. Do you notice something different about the VIX? The VIX starts going up because the gamma flipped. Isn't that cool? That's how exact our stuff is. Hopefully you're impressed. Pretty neat, right? Do you guys all see that? That's another thing from the boot camp. You guys will learn that in the boot camp. At exactly the moment monthly hedge pressure breaks, watch VIX go up. That's proof that we know what we're talking about. Volatility goes up from that unusual behavior. Isn't that cool? Do you guys all see that? That's why I'm not super aggressively longing this. Students, you see that? When you break through hedge pressure, markets are irrational, and that's where that signal right here comes from. And that's what's telling you that we isolate the volume because all of that gamma flips from positive to negative, all that rush congeals all around this level. The majority of flipping takes place where that volume comes from people going mostly short rather. So there's more short hedging than long hedging here. There's more long hedging than short hedging here. So essentially what happens is long and short delta polarity changes. So again, up in here, there's just a net of more longing than shorting. If you're to add up everybody's hedging, there's going to be more long orders than short. As you get closer to here, this is where long orders and short orders are balanced to be equal at the line. And down here, there's more shorting than longing to hedge to neutral. So that flip-flop from more longing to more shorting is kind of that spike right there. And then the idea that market structure is broken is why the VIX goes up at exactly that moment in time. So it's pretty textbook for us. Now the difference between us and other software out there is they don't have an actionable exact level like this, like we do, that proves the VIX goes up at that moment in time. And let's see if the VVIX has moved. Usually it doesn't mean the VVIX moves, but the VIX at least will move. The VVIX, not a guarantee of that. So what, 851? But yeah, VVIX did go up. It does not guarantee it will go up, but VVIX also started going up at 851 as well. So you can see how the market starts to kind of like get a little scary. And you can see how after we broke, the volume is inconsistent and spiky rather than a normal decay volume into lunch. Oh, yo, Tozen, what's up, bro? All right, Tozen decided to donate some boot camps to people. You guys make sure you get in now because we're not doing another boot camp till the new year. We don't do boot camps over the holidays. Don't know if you remember me and don't know if it's too late to give others some boot camp seats, but just wanted to say I'm officially a profitable trader with a payout of 10K monthly and want to show my thanks to the community. My man, dude, what? I didn't even see that earlier. I'm behind on the chat. My dude. Yeah, of course I remember you, man. That's incredible, Tozen. You mind if I like share this on socials? That's incredible. That's fantastic, man. Congrats on your payouts, dude. I'm really impressed. That's incredible. I will match your $20 donation, sir. And I will buy $60 with the boot camps as well. Let's give away 4 free boot camp seats today. You guys join in today, though. Don't miss out. We've given out 228 boot camp seats. That's incredible, man. It just makes me so happy that the culture of what we've taught you guys is like everybody here wants to pay it forward. Like it's just so nice. Like as a person that's created something, nothing warms my heart more, man. I'm gonna get all teary-eyed here than to see people like, it's like a chef, dude. It's like the chef is outside of his restaurant, like smoking a cigarette or something. And there's the guy that just finished his dinner. And like he's walking up to the people that just walked in. He's like, you got to fucking eat here. I'm going to buy your dinner. It's that good. It's pretty cool. That means a lot to me, y'all. And I'm glad you guys are getting somewhere with your trading. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. So what was your trick, like Tozen? Like what'd you do different, man, that like just was that thing? Oops. Like what's the, like if you were to give advice to some of these new four people that are gonna be joining the boot camp for free today, what's your advice to them? Like what did you do, man, that was different They got you to the part. What are liquidity pockets based off of, J-Dubs? Liquidity pockets are based off of options exposure. So liquidity pockets are bull zone and bear zone are traders of the underlying against market makers of the underlying. Monthly hedge pressure is off of options sellers who sell options to the market makers of the underlying. Commitment of traders, where is it at? Google commitment of traders and you'll find a couple of places that report it. I use the bar chart version, but there's a ton of good versions of it out there. How am I doing with the BDH account? I'm winning. I'm still in first place. Tozen donated 20 bucks more. Dude, man. Tell me, like, what are the things you did that was different, man, in your like trading journey? So Tozen's gonna give out 8 boot camps. I'm gonna donate 120 bucks too as well on your 40. I really appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me, and some of these folks will have a good time. Hold on. So if you've never done our boot camp before, it's going on now. You got to come today. This is class 4. You can easily catch up, but we're not doing another one until next year. So type in boot camp, and 8 of you will get to come for free, but you get to jump in late. Catch up over the weekend. If you don't win, you can join it. Remember, my trading course is $1 a course. Again, it's the fuck you to the blind Lance nerds of the world that want to sell you something for 10 grand. I will train you how to trade for $1 a course. You're putting a tip in the tip jar. It pays for Slacks and it pays for 2 of our admins that run the boot camp. Okay, you're paying their salaries. I don't make a dime off of the boot camp. I teach it for free. I need to sell boot camps. I'm curious, Chosen, what was your biggest leap forward, bud, in like everything that you were working on? What's the one thing that you did that you can say, this is the thing I did that was different? Like the one skill that really took you out from the boot camp. Like, is there something you did, bud, that was just that one piece of advice you give to a new trader? That flip spot that made you just feel like, okay, I figured it out. You say it was risk management, and buying the dip is so simple, but watching you for so long the past 4 months gave you a different perspective. You became more patient. Risk management is a big thing, right? That's it. I keep telling people, that's what I tell everybody. It's not about the big wins. It's not about the blow up trades. It's not about the, betting big and chasing the ride. It's about your risk management. That's it. The only way you make money is not losing money. That's like boot camp 101 stuff. I love it. If you can control, the one thing you can control in trading is how much you're going to lose. That's the one thing you have control over, how much you lose. That's it. You have control over how much you're willing to lose. And once you realize that, then you can become perfect in your planning. You can't control how much you win, but you can certainly control how much you lose. And if you can do that very well, sky's the limit from there. Keep your losses in check, you're good. I should do some interviews with some of the successful members. Oh, that'd be so cool to like get you guys to come on the stream and just kind of give your story. Honestly, just makes me so happy to see people. Shit. Okay, I gotta do the ChatGPT thing. I don't have time. I gotta go to my funded TV in a minute. Maybe I can get through. Maybe we can get through the 8 wheel spins real quick. I've got 11 minutes. No, we'll have to ChatGPT it. DP. Can you give it to a friend if you win? Yeah, I mean, you're only supposed to enter it if you haven't already won it. But if you did enter it and break my rules, then of course you can give it to a friend. Make sure they sign up. They can get in today, though, because we're starting class 4 tonight. If you won a boot camp a couple months ago and never activate it, can you still redeem it? Yes, you should have redeemed it on Monday. Because we just started. Okay, DP, if you don't claim it, what I'm going to do is we don't have time to go through this. I got to leave in 5 minutes. Do not redeem. It feels like this market's going to keep selling here today. We're not getting the bounces off a bull zone that we want. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give the other 9 of you guys the old Chat GPT. Don't forget, as a final announcement, ETF Beat the Beast. You got to get in and do that today if you guys want to try. If 10% of people that make $1,000 get their reset for free. So if you normally trade ETF, I always thought about Beat the Beast is always a cool way to skip ahead in them. You don't have to, like, sometimes when you do win, sometimes they'll do it where you automatically pass at your first $1,000 or whatever. Okay. All right. Of everybody here, oops, choose 9 random people. This list. Okay. All right. Wait, hold on. Did I say 9? Oops, I'm giving away 2 extra. My bad. I meant to say 7. Well, all right, whatever. I'll honor it. Okay. Today's winners: Adam Daz, Kaboosh, Graveyard Trade, Simpleton Jeep, Skyvan Che, Ryan Lipinski, Nush Savage, and pronouncing that correctly, Jack Wong, Christopher Hoovler, Blixie, and DP. Okay. Y'all are the winners. What the heck is going on with my browser here? Here it is, and DP. Okay. The winners also go to contest channel, also take a screenshot of your YouTube ID, also message Slacks, let them know you won the contest. Bootcamp is exactly at 4:10. Do not be late. Bootcamp is the most highly regimented, disciplined thing we do. I've actually been very nice this bootcamp, and people will tell you, they've been telling me, Matt, you've been nicer this time. You need to turn the meanness on. Normally, if you're late to the bootcamp, one time, and you show up and you're late, you're banned and your money is refunded and you can't come back. It's that serious. We're going to teach you discipline from the start to show up on time, part of your discipline training. These days, I told people instead, if people show up late, everyone else make fun of them and make them feel bad. You heard I kicked a few people out? I did kick a few people out already. And then they asked to get back in, and then I gave them a strong coaching session, and I let them get back in, which was nice of me. Remember, discipline starts in boot camp. People don't call it a life-changing experience because it's a bunch of charting pictures. I train you, and it's life skills, I promise. So do not be a minute late, or everyone's going to make fun of you today and call you names and talk shit to you. Yeah, the college professor that did that when people walked in late was a good college professor. Part of training, trader training, is not teaching you trading. It's shaping your emotions and shaping your discipline. If you're not extremely disciplined in this world, it'll chew you up and spit you out. So we get you started right out the door. Market does not give you second chances. Yeah, that's it. See, you guys get it. J Val said it. The market doesn't give you second chances. So we kind of simulate that experience in the training. You don't normally get second chances. And that's usually the speech I give people. And I say, hey, don't be late for any reason. If you're going to be late, there's a message in the Zoom call channel. You tell me you're going to be late and you get a buy. And when people are like, well, I was only late. Sorry, I got caught up in traffic. And I go, there's no second chances in Wall Street. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Lesson learned. And I was like, okay, that's your lesson. Come to the next boot camp. No, man, I really want to get in. All right, I won't be late ever again. And I say, okay, well, now you're going to get in. You're going to be late, but now you have an additional homework. I'll kick you out if you don't watch every video a day in advance before I teach it. Okay. I'll watch every video a day in advance. Boom, and that person's on fire, right? I'm a good teacher. I used to teach at University of Houston engineering classes. I employ these clever, teaching mechanics because it helps people learn. There's an art form to it. Okay. Your work doing boot camps is supposed to find watching recordings after hours, right? You don't get the live experience, but you can watch the content video after hours. Yeah. Yes, sir. Your dad was in the military. If you're not 10 minutes early or late, see, the military has the psychology down of shaping you. I mean, there's no second chances and more. You know what I mean? Discipline is everything. You have to be accountable to yourself. You have to be accountable to your squad mates. There's no room for error when your life is at stake. And Wall Street's the same way. Your life is at stake. Boot camp is just Monday through Thursday. That's right. We don't do boot camps on Fridays. So we give you guys the Friday off so that you can relax and refresh. We used to do Monday through Friday, but then we realized that people were staying in boot camp till 5 p.m., 6 p.m. on Fridays. and they were like having to bow out early because, hey, oh, Isaac donated 20 bucks. Brother, hey, remind me at afternoon sesh, I got to give out 4 boot camps. I love it, Isaac. Thank you, man, so much. Also donating 4 boot camps. So we don't have time to spin the wheel because I got to run. I got to go to my funded TV for the afternoon. And we can thank My Funded Futures. I asked them for 100 counts to donate every month. Extra. And they were like, okay. Why is my browser frozen? I have no idea. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Let me give you all the link to the afternoon show. Thanks for tuning in and being part of my awesome trading journey. I'm a very fortunate guy. Has such a cool community to hang out with and love you guys. Thanks for being here every single day. My Funded TV, I run a segment called Lunch Money with Matt. They do usually do a big handful of giveaways. I really would appreciate it if you guys showed up and gave your support over there. And Isaac, afternoon, remind me, guys, Isaac donated some boot camps to y'all as well. Boot camp starts at exactly 4:10 Eastern. Job interview. Yo, Mitz, good luck, man. I hope you do well on this, man. Got some prayers for your brother. You get that job. Am I recording them this time? No, Sir Buck, the reason I'm not recording them this time is because we have one more addition to the platform, which is going to be the dynamic hedge pressures, which are automated right now on the test server. I want the platform to be finished, and that's the last part to be finished before I record the new series of videos. And I'm going to re-record them next time. I wanted to do it this time, but we didn't finish the dynamics in time. And I was rushing it to get it done too, but they had some problems with the API and we just got it worked out actually today. So am I going to go to BDH once I win? Yeah, I guess so, right? I think that's the path if you win that. All right, friends, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Yeah, dynamic MHP, baby. That's released on the test server now. It's going to be coming out very soon for you guys. We'll see you live on My Funded TV in a little bit, guys. Thanks for your support today.